We played Dragon Age.
Oh, yeah.
Poetry, dude. The sylvan spirit that speaks in riddles and poems and irritating as fuck and loving at the same time.
Yep. Mostly just the irritating.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Who wants to recap?
Well, my notes are great.
Perfect.
I can recap.
Go ahead.
Because I know
I
that
wrote
you say
South
you want
North
to.
End. We went for it.
We were coming out of the tunnels. We found an opening in this like cave that had a ceiling that had some fairies in it and some grass that was dancing. We read some little doodads that were telling us not to accept food, and if we danced, we would dance forever, and something else. Can't remember that off
Don't
the
eat
top
the
of my head.
food.
It was probably important.
Yeah, you know, not that
Probably
important.
not.
We fucked around with the fairies, found out they didn't like my music, so that kind of sucked. We played around with the grass for a little bit. Eventually, we all stepped on the grass, and it just like whoop, brought us up where we found a little Orgy hanging out with Slick and Morty.
Slick and Warty.
One of them's name was Gorgle or something like that. Can't remember. But Grungus. We weren't supposed to know their names because if you give people your names in this world,
It's like half her own group.
yeah, they can have power over you. Either way, they were keen on, for some reason, eating her skin or something like that.
Yeah,
It definitely
delicious.
wanted it, yeah.
Peahawks.
There was a little bit of a negotiation in which we were negotiating for how much skin we were going to give these things, and then I just said fuck it and cast suggestion on one of them, and he led us to the court of Harambe. That was just a fuckload of animals.
I forgot that was his actual
Fuckload of animals that were all singing and rhyming to convey talk, which is honestly, in real life, my personal nightmare. Because I hate musicals. And we had to make him cry. So I made him cry, and then his tears filled the water basins, and then they all decided to swim in Harambe's tears and have a good time with
The
it.
tears of Harambe.
We worked out with
Cuddle fest.
Harambe
fest?
that if we brought his heir back to him, he would show us the way to the Unseelie Courts. And he promised not to eat the little girl while we're gone.
Or let the other ones do it.
Yeah, or let
kind
anyone
of-
else, let anyone else do it.
That's important.
Then they were peeling.
Now that we don't
Limbs
have a
right
guest
before we
playing
left.
Pokey's back to being useless. So
Yeah, he's hanging on the hot
He's
tub with,
chilling in
the- yeah.
with an actual cat.
yeah, so he decided to kind of hit it up with a cheetah or something,
lizard.
and
I think it was a lynx.
links.
Yep.
Because I don't know, maybe they're polyamorous. No judgment there. But,
attention.
Or cats.
Or what stays in the mystical court of seeing animals. I don't know.
What happens in the
stays here.
Feywilds?
I also offended Harambe
I think a few of us did.
by doing Jungle Book moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, he gave us shit directions. He gave us shit directions on how to get to the marshes.
Go north. South.
I struck up a conversation with a little fairy named Idea. And Idea and some of her bros let us. I think what we had to do is we had to follow the moon going east. Then the fairy started fucking with us, and I started playing music again, and I didn't realize it at the time, but that is what worked, and they fucked off. And then we got to this weird place where there's a shitload of dead things, and everything stinks.
Most importantly, fucking flesh golems.
Yeah, there's flesh golems.
Yeah. Well, second most
Malarkey
important.
decided to try to see what fire would do to one of them, and just made him stand up and stare
Yeah,
at
I
us.
didn't realize it was a flesh golem.
Yeah, no. It was a pile of dead bodies. You were like,
Yeah.
Barbecue.
You're like,
Yeah.
let's see what happens if we fry it, and then
Yeah, let's burn it. Fuck
And then
it.
it got taller.
stood up. Which
Piles are for
is
burning,
an
right?
interesting lesson to learn that you might cause a body, a
Daddy.
pile of corpses to stand up and salute you if you set them on fire. So we all got sick of that.
Definitely always works.
We tactfully entered the Hag's court. Wyla, while invisible, rolled some good rolls on disabling a trap. And then we started kind of like schmoozing with her. She said that she turned Harambe Jr. into like a fucking stew.
Yeah.
But she undid it, kind of maybe.
She made
And
him
was like,
There is a gorilla.
yeah. And brought back little Harambe Jr., but we don't know to what degree he's back. And then she's trying to treat us like, I don't know, like our will for Harambe and all this other weird shit. And then I kept on trying to do the symbol, and eventually we attacked her.
Right, yeah. Now it's
And,
murder time.
Wyla got her good. we all rolled initiative, and then she broke a skull off of her necklace, and some
Trigger
weird shit
points.
crawled out towards Wyla, and I'm pretty sure it banished her for a split second before she made her save.
You
But-
disappeared and came back.
You expended the inspiration die. So,
Off hag.
and that's where we're at.
I'll cut you.
How do you remember all this a week later? Like, I don't remember this shit while we're playing.
I have good memory for stories.
It's like
Perfect.
it's like my little finger.
Because
I-
I forgot
Which-
the
Which
majority.
is crazy
Yeah, like-
because my notes are shit. My notes are like the opposite of hers. It's like 2 or 3 words long for what is basically every paragraph she has.
But if I read mine, it would be
That's
close
still like
to
a-
Oh, no.
Book.
Like I'm not saying your way is wrong, my way is
What
right.
about anthology?
I'm just saying
Sim-
we're
It's funny.
on the polar opposite of the scales, but we both do a pretty good job of keeping track of
Yeah,
things.
for
Hell
sure.
yeah, I would say. I
For
didn't
sure.
realize, I didn't even remember at all that the fairy that you talked to's name was Idea. But
Yeah,
I remember,
nope.
like, in my mind.
You know, I do see, look right here.
happens.
Idea, the fairy.
Yeah, that's because
Off to the
I,
corner.
well, no one was watching. I shoved
You're not
the
crazy.
fairy name
Thank
memory
you.
up my asshole.
Okay, you go.
No, that's not
That's
even, it was what I was
what-
gonna say, but I didn't mean it. I mean,
We
like,
also
it's just like this.
missed
it's
something
so-
important that I wrote
Like, I was
down.
thinking about you.
Wyla gets a spell slot.
Oh yeah, Wildlight has tree speak or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah, I would like to read that book.
You're gonna die!
I'd like
You're
to
She's
see
an
that.
arbor mancer.
Tree bender.
Yeah, Wyla and I, whenever we were going over the
Blah.
shit, we both rolled really high. You rolled one better for me, so you got a second little spell slot to fuck around with trees.
Yeah,
I'm
buddy.
so grateful to
So-
the god.
We also
this our sorry
assassinated the fuck
music?
out of her. It was like 38 damage. or
Sorry.
something. That's
No.
I did.
I mean,
I
sorry
saved
you
it.
attacked a hag music, yeah.
No, this
Yeah.
is
This is
the.
our hag music.
No.
That's all right. We're good.
This is the
We're
same
good.
as the like ministry music that we were listening to
Yeah, right.
when we were killing them.
We're
So
good.
nobody did roll initiative last
Minotaur.
time,
Oh.
actually. So that's what you all get to do right now.
Okay.
Woo!
Misa needs a D20.
Oh,
That's
Baldur.
not
Yeah.
in my breast pocket.
I go last.
10.
Hold up.
Do you want this one instead? Do you like this one better?
Ooh,
This
guys,
is yours, right?
18.
Okay, I do.
All my
Mariah
gold
needs
ones
her
are
own.
lost.
Oh,
That's my
shit.
kids.
So
Oh,
wait, what
God.
do we add? What do we add?
Wow! It just rolled
Your
from it
initiative.
hit the
It's
20
initiative
and then
plus
rolled over to the 2.
5, probably.
So it's your
I
dice.
love it. Well, I'm a 2.
Yeah. So you got 7.
I didn't
What am I
realize
adding
Jack
to
of
it?
all trades.
Your initiative
I gave bonus
bonus.
to initiative.
E19
Because my
Nice.
initiative is super high.
In
Nice.
I mean, it's not super high. It's plus 4.
Should be your
That's still
dex.
high.
Pretty good.
4. I have a 6.
I have a
Oh,
4.
that's the ticket.
Do you have a song for murdering hags?
I did actually specifically come up with a limerick for a hag, but it's not really.
Appropriate?
I mean, no, it's saucy.
Saucy.
Just what we need, more
But
sauce.
the only thing is, I'm not going to give her inspiration, so
That's probably a good move.
I can use cutting
He's
words.
gonna
to lower
harass
one
the
of her
shit
rolls,
out of
so-
her.
That's a good idea.
I'm telling you, vicious mockery is where it's at.
This
I know, we
is
haven't heard that
better.
since our dragon days.
Wow.
Alright, so 25 through 20.
23.
20.
Hey.
Alright, and 20 through 15.
Did you hear me?
I did.
Okay. Oh shit, guys.
Damn, okay. 15 through 10. 14.
We all rolled like shit.
And 10 through 0.
6.
7. And 1. Baldy!
Yeah.
Critical success.
I
7,
critical ones.
Mine was on 20 and then it was like, no.
Is
2.
that what happens with initiative?
That
Like you
means
don't get any.
nowadays.
If it's a crit
I mean,
one,
if it's a 1, it's a.
If it's
One's
a 1,
gonna
it's a 1.
It's a, yeah.
Gotcha.
You roll a 1 or a 20, it's
It's
either
a 1 like
fail or a pass.
you sharded or something.
Yeah.
Totally
Shit your
distracted
pants and
you.
miss a turn.
Oh my god.
I got a 6.
Did you guys see that green ghost?
And it stank.
That brown ghost.
Someone pooped my pants.
Definitely, that is not what happened.
No, that's definitely that guy who did that.
You guys are
Well.
making Jim cry. Look at that. It's Jim cry. He's laughing so hard.
Top of the
It's
order is
wonderful.
Ja.
Now, as we left off, I did want you let you to complete your Arcana check.
It's Ja Rule.
That won't be part of your turn since you called it before it.
What would be bonus action?
No, it's not part of your turn,
Okay,
so we'll just
gotcha.
consider it your turn starts after
21.
21.
Pretty
Um,
cool.
Ja K.
So you noticed that what happened as she shifted to the bookshelf had more to do with the layer that you were in than it did with her personal magic.
Okay.
A layer.
That's what you're doing the Arcana check on, right? Or no, were you doing the
It was her. It was the
L-A-I-R.
action that she took on Wyland. I imagine that I saw her like
Okay.
pluck something from her necklace,
You
It was a
did.
skull.
So that was a.
and I saw Wyland blink out of existence and then pop right back.
Got you.
Middle fingers blazing.
That was a combination of magic that she had access to
sucked.
through
I'm gonna kill
her
you.
creations, along with the layer that you're in.
Okay. So I'll do
layer
two
are we
things.
in?
I'm
Layer.
going to use my bonus action to relate
That's
to the
what I
party.
did.
They're
Mine did
directing
that
me out.
Hey guys, by all means keep fucking her up, but if we can get that necklace off of her, we might limit her spellcasting abilities. Bonus action. Primary action, I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on her just to see if it works.
Okay.
That
Tasha's
sounds like
Hideous...
fun.
She's
Yeah.
seen she's
What
a
is
big
that? Is
laugher.
that a
It's a wisdom saving throw.
no? What kind of spell is
Maybe
it?
she'll surprise
It's
us.
a level 1.
I mean, sorry. What does it do? Is it
Okay.
fear?
It's I think it's considered it's not considered a charm, it's just an incapacitation. A creature of your choice you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter if this spell affects it. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with intelligence score of 4 or less is not affected. At the end
I
of
don't
each,
get it.
at the
You're
end of
too
each
dumb.
turn, at the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target may make another wisdom saving throw. The target has advantage on saving throws if triggered by damage. On success, the spell ends.
And what's radius?
It's just a single target.
Oh, it's a single target within range. What range?
Within
When it's
his
within
sight.
30 feet, which I'm 30 feet within. I'm thinking 20, 25.
10, 15. Yeah.
15.
I'll give her a limerick because it has to come out in a joke.
Okay.
Well, let me see if this is a good one. There was once a hermit named Dave who kept a dead whore in his cave. I know it's a sin, he said with a grin, but think of the money I save.
Oh shit.
What's the save?
16. Does she think jokes about dead whores are funny?
Yeah.
Hey, she thinks dead whores are funny.
She thinks dead whores are hilarious. Wait, she's prone
Yeah, she's prone and incapacitated. Yep.
until.
Fits of what?
She gets to make a saving throw at the end of each of her turn, or she gets to make a saving throw with advantage if she takes damage. So she can, I mean, we're probably going to...
Snap out of it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
she can just snap it. It's like a shittier version of whole person, but it's not a charm or anything.
Okay.
It's a hilarious version of charm.
All right.
Yeah.
And then, are you using your movement? Do you do anything else?
Yeah, I'll hang tight. I'm
All right.
satisfied that I made a hag laugh enough to fall to the ground.
All
She
right,
likes
Rob.
jokes about whores.
It's my turn.
Hey, she's incapacitated, so if I hit her, it's an immediate crit.
Yeah.
Yup.
So I am going to rage, which is a bonus attack.
No,
Bonus action.
it's just
I mean, bonus action. And then I'm going to attack with my axe
Okay.
on it.
I'm gonna move up there.
Yeah.
Beep, boop, beep,
And
boop.
she is.
Prone and incapacitated.
Yep. And incapacitated. Creature can't take actions or reactions. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. Roll the hit
What's the
and an
D-
advantage.
Which one do I roll to hit?
D20.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
That's all right.
Better be fucking sorry.
Advantage because she's prone.
Sam can't handle my
Same
jokes.
exact one.
Yeah, but you got
Oh,
9
and I'm
plus.
Surprisingly
You got
often.
Yeah, you got like
9
plus 9 to
Yeah,
hit.
so it's 18.
Yeah. Okay.
For being a
Alright.
1 in 20
Is it-
chance
is
to re-roll the same thing,
Yeah.
sure does happen pretty often.
Right?
So it's 18.
Yes.
Barely hits.
Did you say barely?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Just like Jeremy.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Now remember
It's a
you have like
D12, right?
orc shit too, so I think you get to roll 3 times.
For damage?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the D.
12. That orange one right there that's been your.
Why do you get to roll 3 times?
I'm checking this. I think
Twice?
a melee hit on an incapacitated target is an immediate crit.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
It
I think
is.
that's how we ruled it before.
Well, it
That's
is
how I
it is-
killed Ash.
It's exactly how Ash died. And then the third one comes from her being a half orc. They have brutal critical.
So it's
they-
3 instead of 2.
It's 3 instead of 2. They get to roll an extra attack die on a critical.
Oh,
So
on a
is it a
critical.
critical
Gotcha.
hit?
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
does it barely hit or is it a critical?
No, it's a
It's a
critical.
critical hit because she's incapacitated
Okay.
and she's not in a state to physically
You just
defend.
barely cleared her.
And then I
armor
roll my
class.
D12.
Yeah,
3
3
times.
times.
So now.
Yeah, you didn't get too distracted by any weird head shit going on.
Her fits of laughter.
That's sadly low for you. So
So 6 was
13 plus 8. 21 on the first hit.
Okay. Alright, so 21.
And then that was your first hit.
You
Yeah.
get a second one too.
I get a-
and
'cause
she
I
would,
get to
she would
attack
get a
twice.
save now because she got attacked.
Oh, yeah.
I get the extra
Alright,
attack too.
Oops, that's not true. There we go. Failed. Still on the floor.
Still
Just,
helping you out. It's at advantage because
oh,
she's
yeah, that's
advantage.
right.
Ooh.
So she's like, and the tears stop in her eyes. She suddenly becomes so aware of her surroundings as you're roaring up for a second swing.
Okay.
You still have advantage because she's still on.
So do I
prone.
roll my D20 again or just the damage?
No, you roll again.
Yeah, you roll a
with
hit.
advantage, but it's not a crit this time.
Okay. So I can roll 2 times.
Unless you roll a d20. Or a d20, then it is. So
So you get the 14 plus.
9, so 22.
23.
That'll hit.
And then you
Go ahead and roll normal damage.
Yeah.
3.
The dice is weird.
Plus
9.
Yeah, I don't like the ones that keep on going.
Eight.
Yeah, I
Okay,
just got
so
a
11.
sharper one from me.
You need a
So
short one
11.
or the ones.
11.
Also, for clarity, 11 slashing from a magical weapon, just in case.
So you walk up. Thank you. You walk up. You go running up as she falls to the ground laughing with your axe, and she's just kind of rolling around. You take
Got
aim,
them.
Kind of hard to do.
slash in, and as she's rolling, it comes across and it like cuts kind of through her dress a little bit, takes out a piece of her thigh. You see like a little bit of like purple smoke emanate, and a small little drop of blood come out as the wound kind of starts to heal up a little bit again. She starts laughing again. She wipes her eyes, the tears are kind of coming away, and you come bearing back down. She tries to roll away, and as you hit, it kind of like chops into her side as she's rolling it over her back, and again this like
Agony.
purple green smoke comes out, and a little bit of blood comes pouring out as the wound starts to heal itself again. Next up is
Oh, that's you. I was like, who the fuck is
It's not a great representation
All right.
of people, but they are holding an instrument.
so this
Yeah,
You can't
it's
have it
a-
all.
this is
It's
way
a
too big to
UN
represent it, but this teeny little thing comes zipping over towards you.
Get away
John.
from me.
She's got ghosts in there.
Get away from me.
And
I smell you, but I can't see you.
It's a P-Hawk.
all right,
Man, this music is.
18.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
I don't have shield anymore, so it's sad. Otherwise, it could be that guy.
All right, you feel this sort of like pinprick as you're like watching that goes like into the back of your neck and hits the nerves of your spine. It just goes in like a needle, coming out as blood pokes out. A shock to your system as all your nerves kind of each up, and you take 7 piercing damage.
Does the spike come out the front too?
Next up is
I don't like this. What? We can't see them.
Ghosty boys.
Yeah, it's a real shame there's something to balance out
Actually,
the 61.
It's coming back over to you. Comes over. Oh yeah, 17 plus.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. All right.
What
You feel another pinprick go into your lower spine. The nerves kind of shocking through your body again as you kind of feel it hit up against your spine, and you take 9 piercing damage.
what kind of
Malarkey, you were
what
up.
class
It's
are
so
these
nice to
and
actually
what are
have
they?
fucking health, by the way. If I was
They
still
are
Ash,
moving
I'd
too
probably
fast
be
for you
like
to see.
bloody
You haven't even
already.
noticed that they exist yet. Huh?
No, they're M&Ms.
You can do checks on your turn to figure things out. Until then, unless someone else does.
Should I bother rolling for perception?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you would have heard Jaws' cries for pain.
Yeah.
Is she uncharmed now?
She's
She's
uncharmed.
still- she's
still,
uncharmed,
She's
yeah.
still
She's
she's
just
still on the
prone.
floor.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
It's no big
Coming
deal.
together.
Oh, and you are raging, so actually, you get a ring.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll roll
Are
for
you
perception
laughing or
to see if I see
Yes.
what the heck you just
Both.
attacked
Alright, so
in
you
place.
hear his cries for pain, you turn around and
Yeah.
try to see what's going
You're
on.
like, what the...
Hey!
That's a 20.
Hey!
Alright, so
Thank
like
God.
as you turn around, you see these things like darting around him, and on the bookshelf, just before it moves again, you see this like blue face with like skin pulled back 20 years to this small little cap that's like the size of a thimble. It's like small little legs. Like you look and you see its eyes just kind of glimmer for a bit as it like zips off, dagger in hand,
It's the mini people
into another direction.
in here.
You notice them kind of moving around.
Sims.
Guys, I think this place has gnomes.
All right.
And they're stabby.
Stabby no.
Stabby nose.
Stabby gnomes.
Horrifying.
All right. So
Well, I mean... Is there anything I can do right now?
Oh, that kind of attitude. Damn.
You can do so much.
Yeah, but I'm feeling so uncreative.
Eldritch Blast, dude.
I'm just gonna walk over here and touch this guy. With guidance.
Nice.
You're touching the bard with
I'm
guidance?
touching our bard.
Yeah, so I got stabbed in the neck by the thing.
Yeah, I'm just touching
And
your
I'm
back,
guessing-
you know,
I'm
like,
guessing
here,
I'm-
man, it's
I
just
may
gonna
be
turn
spitting
anyway,
up a little
I'm
bit
sure
of blood in
it'll
the
be fine.
process. I'm just like,
You're gonna be okay! You're gonna be okay!
Say the fucking word.
Eldritch
All
Blast
right.
the bitch.
And that's it.
all right. Then next up,
Oh, I did have a question. Is the spell that she got homebrewed?
by someone else.
Alright.
Yes, you were looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. You can take
Stop
a picture of it
looking at that.
later. It's in my.
I have some. I wrote down mostly everything that you told me, but I it's that moment that was like
No, it's fine.
scribble
Yeah.
as fast as I can.
In the moment, I get it.
Move it 10 feet, D12.
I know.
Third level.
That's exactly.
Yeah. So another little guy comes darting out towards,
Wow.
kind of surrounding
No,
you now
you-
like bees.
You
get
better
some
start
mushrooms.
some music, dummy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
24?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Why are they
Again,
after your
they just
ass?
keep going after your spine, just right back in. Actually, right in the middle this time, setting off a whole new set of nerves. And
These
Um,
bastards.
as it comes out, you take 8 points of piercing damage.
It's really nice that I've got prestidigitation to get all the blood out of my ice cluster. Because honestly, otherwise,
And then next is
That train would be
I mean,
expensive.
I'd have to pay the dry cleaner so fucking much.
1,
Hardly makes a picture
2,
worth it.
3. Okay. I'm just gonna have these. So glad these are here.
Me too.
Throw a few my way.
Seahawks.
I'm gonna have the other 3. Let's see.
Keep eating them, then he can't add.
No more. No more.
The other 3 are coming out at you, Raw.
4D chess against the DM. We keep eating all his minis. I can't send them after.
They're just coming after me.
9.
That's the
17?
challenge all along. We just have to.
Let's start with the
Barely. It hits barely.
18
Yeah.
and 12.
No.
All right, so these three blurry movements come up like whizzing past you, Malarkey, and Ujaw, and they go like start almost like hornets surrounding Raw. You feel like two piercing pains like go in like needles into either side of your neck, just
Frankenstein.
poking almost through to like your main arteries there. You kind of feel the blood pulsing around it, and the shock go through your body as you start to like tangle up.
No one has anything to like. I don't even know.
I don't have anything to blast.
Or like,
You take 16
Slows
points
them.
of
We gotta
piercing
bump
damage.
her up, dude, because she's
Um,
controlling them.
Is there
And
no
then
one
next-
is?
no one's hurting her.
The hag kind of climbs up to her feet.
How many points of damage?
It's been one turn.
What'd you say? How many points of damage? Six.
No one's
Six. Try.
Huh?
Did you say 6 points of damage? How many points of damage?
16
So
points
you
of
take
piercing
8.
damage.
Yeah.
Raging.
Yep, I have.
Um,
So you take 8.
Wish I had rage. Fuck.
The hag like rises
Take a
up,
couple rolls of barbarian.
wiping her
62
eyes.
would be down
She's
to
got this
54.
like insidious grin on her face.
I don't know.
It's her turn?
You see her- huh?
It's her turn?
Well, then I guess you're down to 20, 24.
Yes.
Yeah, wrong.
It's her turn. Yeah.
I
Rate
didn't
20 here and then
Yeah, you guys rolled
I didn't
really
realize you were
low.
hurt.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well,
You
Yeah,
should.
so she rises up
Yeah.
and she
Yeah,
clutches
no,
her
we
necklace
rested.
again
Shouldn't
as
be
it
on
glows
54.
with this like purple and black energy. You see her kind of like almost digitized. It looks like the air itself is kind of like coming over her body
look like she's
as she
casting a
starts to
spell?
disappear. Yes.
Counter spell!
Okay. How does that work? What level is that?
It's
Yeah,
third
the
level.
top.
So if it's anything higher, I have to roll a
7th
DC.
level.
7th level? Yikes. So I have to roll
What did we
my
get ourselves into?
A hag lair.
She's
Why
probably-
you guys attack her? We were
if we
being
can,
nice.
if we can get her out of here,
so my spell
a lot of
attack
her shit
plus
will
my
probably
dice roll has
not
to
be
be
as powerful.
10 plus the spell level. So
We can burn
I
it
have
down.
I have a plus 8,
You
so
guys
I
can
have
do
to
that.
roll a 9 or higher.
I like the way you
Because
think.
it should be 10 plus spell level, so 17. So I have to roll a 9 or higher.
Okay.
14.
All right, yeah. As she's like clutching her necklace and her body starts to disappear, it fades away. She comes running.
I'm gonna burn a 3rd level spell slot. That's fun.
Remember, she used half her movement already.
You're right. Thank you. All right.
And
She
Ron, you
comes.
get an attack of opportunity.
Also, yes.
Um,
Rage.
No,
she
because
moved.
she's moving out of your
Oh.
attack range. So take a
Let's see,
d20
where's
roll
she
right
going?
there.
5, 10.
Oh, that's not gonna get. Oh, you have my inspiration die.
That's right, I do have your inspiration.
So,
die.
yeah,
and
roll-
I've got one from Baldric as well.
No,
You
they
use
can't
that
give you an
one.
inspiration.
No,
die.
no, it's not an inspiration. I have a wrote it down somewhere. Which one I
Did
say?
right.
Bardic inspiration?
Yeah, she's got.
Oh, right here. Yeah, Bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah, that's not from Baldric. So you don't roll your d20.
She thought it
you
said
roll a d8 and add it to your
Inspiration.
I love our bard, Baldric.
Bardrick.
Bardric.
d8 and add it to your d5 or your d20. That's not gonna work.
So it's 5, 7.
Plus 9, so 16.
16 hit.
What's her AC?
Oh, misses.
God damn it.
But
You
I
rolled
had the
so
Bardic-
low on both of those.
All right.
You rolled a
Um,
5 and a 2. God damn it.
So she jumps up raw on the chair next to you, next to the sort of hornet-like things buzzing around you. She like runs over, cackles, and she like jumps on this chair. You hear the wood creak on the floor. It kind of like echoes throughout, and you hear bones rattle right inside your ears. She reaches up with one hand, coming down with her claws. Yeah.
Toaster next to
20.
Yeah, that hits.
Toaster.
Okay.
Mm.
Toaster with something big.
Yikes.
I was gonna do a big one for everybody.
That's 2 dice.
Because I feel like these things probably don't have
Yeah, you
much
take
hit
14
points.
slashing damage as she bears
Her
down
nails.
onto your face, and her nails just swipe and cut into your face.
Is my rage still happening? So
Yeah,
I still
it's
take half.
Yeah.
What do you get? Because you look so scary.
And then.
Intimidation.
Intimidation. Yeah.
I'm up.
Nope. You're definitely not.
What the hell? I
Sorry.
thought I was up next.
Sorry. No. You guys rolled really low.
Changed our mind.
Thankfully, these guys really like me, so we're gonna be good.
The Bone Daddies.
Here we go, flesh.
Flesh golem. And Wyla, you're up. Banana, you're next to us.
Nice work, Bone Daddy.
And so we're always up against magical things, so I'm like, I can't even assume that I can hide anymore. Is this a table or like a
Chair.
It looks like a
Yeah, that's a big ass chair.
Looks like a liar.
I'm
That's
gonna
like a
attempt. I'm gonna attempt to hide and shoot her with a bow and arrow.
Okay. Actions hide. I just want to make sure we do this correctly.
Okay.
Because I don't want to.
No cheating.
You can hide as a cunning action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make a dexterity check, dexterity stealth check, in an attempt to become hidden, unseen, and unheard.
Okay. Roll 20.
Yep.
At 11?
Yep.
15?
Yeesh.
I rolled low as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you all.
Oh.
What's wrong with us?
You're the one who has
We're not getting
coronavirus
stabbed in
over
the
there.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I mean,
So
your rolls. Your
That's
rolls.
against the creature's perception, right?
Yeah.
I think
It's
it's against
their
the
passive
difficulty.
perception.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
against
that's
their
what I
passive
thought.
perception. So it's whatever. It's 10 plus whatever her perception is.
This is what I should have been using. See?
You already.
Don't roll it now.
Good
You
ones,
might
though.
have succeeded.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of NPC creatures don't have high perception unless it's either really good or really bad.
Yeah, you kind of rolled back, ducked behind the chair. In the chair, you see this big throne with like wooden slats, more body parts and sort of skull pieces hang off it, and the slats are kind of like
God, I want
they're
this
these
fucking
they're
chair.
like
Don't get
these,
distracted.
they're these like wicker pieces between the slats that are just like these knotty black pieces of tree, and in between you can see like little spaces in between. The
Sweet.
throne goes up about like 8 feet, so you'd have to climb or jump to do anything over the top of it, but you can definitely see like good portions in between.
Okay, I'm assuming, yeah, if I can see in between them and you're describing something that's at least that wide, then arrow will fit through it. So,
Okay. Is it at the hag?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's also going through the bookshelf as well.
And
She's not
Possibly
taller
our
than the
orc
bookshelf?
But I think we can do that.
Is she
Yeah.
taller than the bookshelf?
I mean, it's a yeah. The bookshelf itself is quite
She's
a
on a
separation.
chair too.
She's on a chair. That's true. So her head
She's
might
up
actually be
high.
right up above.
this is like
Yeah.
3/4 covered,
Put
yeah.
herself on a pedestal?
No, because like
Yeah.
there's the books, but she's standing on a chair.
I'd say
now,
she's
so
under half cover, and you're under
So right at her
full
head.
cover.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but if I
That's fine.
aim...
I mean, you can-
I'd like to aim,
You
but if
can
I
also- you
aim,
can
then I have
also,
less of a chance of
Like
actually
you're hidden,
hitting her.
so you can actually pop out, shoot, and then pop back.
Because I am hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you.
Just yell
You can't be
surprise when
direct
you do
targeted
it.
directly by a spell or attack.
Yeah.
Just
Under total
because.
cover. She's under half
Interesting.
cover, which means she has a +2 bonus to her AC and Dexterity saving throws against attacks and effects that originate on
That she's
the
aware
opposite
of.
side of her cover. So that's how
Only
cover
from
works.
you, only from you basically attacking through these things.
Yeah.
So like you could actually pop back out, Bipper, and then go back if you wanted to.
Bipper?
Bipper.
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 Bipper with an arrow.
Bit.
Bipper up.
Because if you moved.
Even if you pop back out, you'd have to run
Hella
all the
bit.
way into sight of her not to be
Yeah.
under
Gotcha.
half
Gotcha.
cover.
Okay.
But I don't know
You're
if I
also
do-
because
what
you
I'm
have
talking
elven
about right
accuracy. You're rolling 3d20.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
And you've got, and it's a
Bit.
magical weapon, so you're getting like a pretty high bonus to attack.
Well, it's not my rapier, so it's not a bonus.
It's not magical.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
It's fine. But it's
Still
because
plus
it's
8.
assassinate. Because that's
No,
what,
because it's no longer first turn. You have sneak attack.
I totally understand. Okay, that's
Assassinate
what's happening
only,
right now. If
Assassinate
no one's
only
taking
takes
their
effect if you're attacking a target that has not taken a turn.
Right, right.
So it's
Now,
first
if you
round.
want to do perception checks on you, or if you want to do some sort of check on those, like history or
So it's a sneak
what
attack.
it
I
be,
just
when,
haven't
when
gone
your turn
forward.
comes, you can probably find out what they are. If you will
So that won't
find out.
be my action.
No, no, that's a free action.
That's
It's like drawing a weapon when your
Okay.
turn comes.
Yeah, wait your
All right.
turn.
All right. No, I'm just
Yes.
making sure we're good. Okay,
Yeah, after
well,
Wyla is Banana. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Now that I am hidden, I am going to expertly thread the throne. Thread that throne and hit
Alright.
that hag on the pedestal up there. And I'm going to use the longbow that gives me courage because my bestie Banana made it for me.
All right.
It's beautiful.
Fuck yeah.
So,
That's a good roll.
That is a good
17.
roll.
Plus
But
eight.
what do you...
Plus 8. Because
Oh,
it's
because
your
it,
attack
okay, I
bonus.
always forget when it's like the weapon. You
Yeah.
use the weapon. That
If you want to target something
So you got 3
specifically,
rolls, so see if
you
you
roll
roll
at a
20.
disadvantage.
Because that's probably going to hit.
That's not. That might.
15.
No, no,
So
you just roll 3 times, not 4
Oh,
times.
you get
But,
15.
but, yeah, stop rolling. But 17
Yeah.
plus 8 is 25, so that's probably good.
Alright, alright.
You hit.
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
17 plus 8?
Yeah, so
Yeah, definitely hits.
D8, 3d6, plus 5.
Rogue.
That's a D8 right here. That's a D10.
Lol. I saw the 8.
Get
They're all
there.
the same colors.
Hey, nice roll.
Hey!
20 plus 5.
25. Good
25.
roll.
Not my best, not my worst.
Definitely good though.
That's a shot.
Some nice nose.
Math is hard.
Math is the worst part about DMing, honestly.
Here, so you just let your character do it.
All right, so yeah,
I mean,
as
right.
you tumble back, like your cape rolling over your body, as you get behind like the crack of the throne, time almost slows down for you, and like your expertise as you're lining up a shot, it's almost like exhilarating for you. The challenge that awaits you as you see the hags, like to the top of the hag's shoulders with like the skulls hanging off, and you see her like dreadlocks coming over the top as she
She's
just
so
as she had just
sick,
drawn
though.
herself up bloody from the attack that she made on Ra. You use your keen senses, you aim, you shoot, and an arrow goes through the slits, like puncturing almost into her neck, breaking one of the skulls as it shatters apart. The arrow goes through her shoulder, and you see this again, this purple smoke emanating out, and this blood. As she grabs the arrow and just kind of breaks off half of it, sending her gaze your way.
To the chair?
As my wait.
My
wait,
chair is turned against me.
No, those are all my actions. Then I don't have a bonus action.
Yeah,
Correct.
unless you have multi-attack.
I
Betrayed
do
by my
not.
most comfortable of chairs.
All right,
What world do we live in?
Banana.
Alright, so I rolled. What am I rolling for? To find out what these are? History or
What would that-
nature?
Yeah, what would that be?
Probably nature.
Fine.
Determining a creature.
Yeah, determining a creature.
I would say if it's like
Appease the
bestial in
ranger.
nature, it'd be nature. If it's a creature that's not likely to be seen in nature, it's probably history.
Balls.
It's fuck insight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Well,
say
insight's
history because
purely
you are
for,
in
like,
the Feywild.
determining-
Okay,
like,
cool. I got 16.
Emotion and
Intentions
action,
and-
basically.
Yeah, intentions.
It's like intention. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you've seen these things, as you turn to look and see these things that are sort of fluttering around Ra, almost like hummingbirds or some sort of bee, like you see, again, like a slow down as you see it sort of like adjusting its angle on for its next attack. You recognize it as a quick one. Yeah.
Sound like bastards.
It's a tiny fae that is chaotic evil.
Wow.
You remember that they have a monumentous amount of movement speed. That anyone attacking them would have disadvantage.
Wow, that's so
What
cool.
the?
Yeah.
Well, we
Unless it
don't
is
know this,
incapacitated or restrained. You remember that they're super fast and pretty strong for
Or
their
summon
size.
an army of ghosts.
How healthy
They're like
are they?
fire ants.
Probably not much.
Wow, I spelled advantage wrong.
You also remember
so
that
hard.
if hit,
I know.
they
that's
tend to
okay.
go down fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ghost army.
IDGE.
All right.
Alright, guys. Those guys are super fast,
Spirit Guardian is good too.
Yeah.
and it's disadvantage.
Yeah, no shit.
Just so you guys know. I'm gonna move.
Fast things are difficult to hit.
I'm gonna move like right
Luckily, you
here.
can
Wow, you
blast
sound so
me.
calm and casual.
No, I can't.
Just kidding.
I don't call
I have
blast.
0 charisma, negative charisma.
There goes.
Blast.
I am
Hey guys, this shit's fucked up. Alright, I'm gonna use my breath weapon on her.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
nice.
Damn! I was waiting
Nice.
when that was gonna
Catches
come.
all 4 of them.
Nay,
Oh,
nay.
This is a line, so we
Yeah.
got
It
5
instantly
foot line,
hits.
all of these ones.
Yes.
To the head.
Yes.
Breathe
Good
fire.
shit.
So it's
We have a dragon.
it's a dex
It's
save
a
of
dragon.
13,
Damage with
and
it.
then it's 3d6 on a fail and half on successful.
A dex save of 13, so that's 4 creatures that gotta make that save.
Yeah.
Starting with the hag. Dex saves.
Okay, cool. But you still have to you take half damage, so you still have to roll
Um,
3d6 for her.
You roll 3d6.
I roll 3d6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
you damage
attack.
all of them.
Fuck yeah.
Black saves.
Where'd it go? Oh, dumb bitch.
Blue saves. They're really dexterous.
Okay, so
And
they're all
white
saving.
saves. Everyone's saved.
Okay,
Dude,
that's fine.
this is poop nuggets.
Okay, so she
3.
takes 3.
They all take.
They all
No, no,
take
no, no,
the
no.
same
Yeah,
damage.
they all
It's same,
take the
same damage.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
it's one thing.
That's how
yeah.
So
powerful
2, 4,
Okay,
breath
cool.
is.
Yeah, they all take 3 fire damage.
What? That's it?
It's
Yeah,
3d6.
she
Because they all
3d6.
save.
3d6 with no additions?
No.
Because I thought it counted as your ranged weapon.
Oh
No.
yeah, no, that goes on the it doesn't make
Breath,
sense.
breath attack is actually pretty shit. Honestly.
It is. It could be good.
Garlic breath.
And
If there
you
was
don't
more-
want
It's
to.
fun flavor.
I want to light them
bad.
all on fire. That's the main deal. But yeah,
Anything flammable in the area is also on fire.
the thing that is cool about the breath weapon is it gives me resistance to fire.
Yeah.
No, breath
Reason
weapon
stomp.
doesn't give you resistance.
Well,
to
I
fire.
know, but I
Your-
mean,
your
like, it
nature
could
gives you
be.
resistance to
Yeah, I
fire.
know, but I mean, it could
Your
be.
bronzish
Like, if I had
dragon
a-
skin
I mean,
gives
yes.
you resistance to fire.
Brass.
Everyone's getting it bronze.
It's
It's not
it.
Swear to
copper.
God,
It's
he
not
said bronze.
But I just mean some of them are lightning. Some of the breath weapons
Yeah,
are
that's
lightning,
So weird.
not
It's so
fire.
weird to remember.
Like,
What's that?
like
It's
a
fine.
tuba?
Brass.
Yep, brass
Either way.
instrument.
Alright, so
Also, I have a extra
the
attack.
horns, the
So
horns, the wake you
Alright.
at more, the
I'm going to
horns,
shoot
the
her
horns, the
with my
wake
longbow.
you at more. Look at those finger holes on those, look where this shit goes.
28
That's not very nice.
to hit.
Jesus.
hits.
I can't remember the verse about percussion.
You're
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's not very well.
Because I was just going.
You also have
The whole
Colossus
time.
Slayer.
I know.
So you roll
I know.
another
I know.
D8.
I know. 4, 2. So it's 7.
No, it's 6 plus your dexterity modifier.
No, it's 4 piercing plus 1 for the magic,
You're not.
right?
Yeah, but you're not adding
You rolled a 4 and a 2, right?
Yeah.
So okay.
Okay,
So
I get
it's
it. I get
4
So
plus
it's-
1 from your magical thing. So it's
Okay.
so it's
8.
6 plus 5. Okay, so it's
That
11.
makes sense.
And
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
magical weapon just in case.
Okay, so it's 11 magical.
Damage.
Is
Yes.
that with your
Magical
dex bonus?
piercing,
Okay.
Yeah, this is all my stuff.
Because it would be. what's
Alright,
your
yeah,
dex?
so
Okay.
you come running around the corner,
Oh, with the fucking
kind of like
huge ass rock.
around the side of the bookshelf, like after you get a good look at your quicklings, you see this red fire coming up from your chest and like coming out your mouth. And as you do, you kind of like aim a little bit off. As it comes shooting out of your mouth, it kind of goes to the right and then moves over. And as it does, like the quicklings kind of scramble around a little bit. You see them catch fire as they're moving, and now they're like these lit up little fireballs. The hag herself, like the breath. The fire hits her like just a little bit, like tinges a little bit of her hair, but it doesn't seem to do much to her skin. As it's almost like it just veers off, as if there's some sort of thing keeping her from taking that
Yo, who
damage.
can figure out what
Possibly
kind
resistant to
of
fire.
magic this is? Purple and black, y'all. Purple smoke.
All right, so
Ash had that red.
I already took my reaction, so I'm not. I'm gonna say I probably am too. I was too preoccupied with that to determine what any of this means.
What kind of smoke?
Making an Arcana check.
Bone
based off of
Daddy's
what's
coming
happening. You can do it.
Oh,
Baldric,
God.
you're up.
All
I'm good at
right.
Arcana stuff.
These flaw blends is
So,
freaking HP. Gonna
what would I roll to figure out what the hell's going on with this smoke?
Arcana.
Or that's 3.5. Oh no, it is in this. I don't have a. Alright, I'm just gonna roll it then.
Wait. So you want to figure out what? The
Like-
smoke emanating from the
Yeah, yeah.
What the hell kind of magic is
Okay.
the smoke?
Yeah, what's
Um,
going on?
It's old
with
lady
that?
dust.
That would be insight.
Insight?
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't.
Yeah, you're a wise little cleric.
Yeah.
Ooh, good
so
job.
plus 7. So
24.
yeah. 24.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You notice that no matter what kind of weapon is hitting her, it only seems to be doing. It seems to be doing much less damage than it should, even though the weapons happen to be magical. There seems to be one other factor missing from them.
Maybe we need to hit her with just normal
Possibly some
physical
other sort of resistance, which some of the resistances you may know, and I would say character-wise, you can metagame that because I think it
don't
might
know.
be within your knowledge too.
What would it be then?
Huh?
What would it be then? Because I don't know that above the table.
Oh, you
It
don't?
might be radiant.
Okay, your character would know that it's likely that it would take a silvered weapon.
A silvered weapon?
A silvered weapon to
Or holy damage? Radiant damage?
a silvered weapon.
A silvered weapon?
Yeah, you haven't really seen her take much magic damage. You did notice along with everyone else that the fire didn't do much.
Yeah.
She's a witch. We need a witcher.
Yeah, we do.
Let's go get what's his butt?
Silver for monsters.
The
Geralt?
Witcher. Yeah.
Okay, what was
He
his
can't
name?
help us now.
He's with the eyeballs, right?
So, silver would work, but not radiant damage.
Gregor.
Gregor, yeah. He's
It's
the one that looks like the
Clegane.
Witcher.
As far as you can tell, no.
Okay.
No, Gregor wasn't the one who looks like the Witcher.
John
No,
Aaron.
that was
John Aaron
Aaron,
looks like
yeah.
the Witcher.
John
That's
Aaron?
who we I always do
It's
that.
not
No,
John
it was
Aaron.
Jory.
It's Aaron
John Aaron
Gray.
is
Aaron Gray. No, it's John Aaron.
It's Aaron Gray, but you guys
Who's
kept
not
on calling
even
him John
fucking
Aaron,
in the
so-
series. How annoying.
He's in the series as a body.
I borrowed your
He's
Xanathars.
not. He
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
count. He's not stones
Oh, I
on
was
his
actually
eyes.
looking for my
Like,
book.
I don't know who the fuck.
I
that
love
is.
that.
His corpse is in there for like 5
So it
seconds.
is still your turn.
It's true.
Alright.
At least nobody got raped next to his dead body.
Wait, so
Yeah, right?
Not that.
not that
It's a
time.
silver lining, huh?
Yeah.
Other times he died.
How does diagonal movement work?
Other times,
It's-
other
it's-
people
it's
have
just
done
like
that.
me.
Yeah.
Five.
Like they're
Yeah, just 5
Yeah, but
feet.
remember, there is stuff around you,
For
so-
the blinding stones.
What is this right here?
That's a small. Why do I always forget the name of that?
Here?
Huh?
It's the book.
Yeah, it's like the little thing that holds a book. It's
Oh.
called a.
Binding.
called a
Is
pulpit.
the
Called a
book,
pulpit.
Is the
Thank
book
you.
Good job, Maya.
on it?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Pulpit.
I
am excited.
am
It's
going
like a stand,
to
like the Jesus stand in church.
cast Sacred Flame on the
What's an
book.
altar?
Yeah, an altar works too.
Interesting. All right.
No, the altar's the table with the juice on it.
Fuck your spells,
So how does
Wait,
Sacred Flame work?
It is a cantrip. It
The
does.
book has to make a
it
wisdom
does.
save.
It does 2d8 radiant damage. It has to make a dex saving throw because it's a book, so I don't think it can.
Burns and
The
radiant.
book
Okay,
is
so
called
how much
what?
damage does it do?
2d8 radiant.
Maya, the book's called what?
The book isn't called.
Go ahead and
oh,
roll
the
damage.
pulpit. They were just trying to figure out what a pulpit was called.
It's what holds the book. He's burning the axe.
6.
Hypothetically
Yay.
spell book, and it's on a pulpit.
All right, so yeah, the book starts to catch fire. As it does, like you see,
It would be a low
that
five.
there's some like
probably.
little like ornaments that have been hanging off her. Some of the jars that are full of liquid.
Yeah.
Some of those jars start to like change color.
Nice.
And also as you do that to the book, it starts to scream.
Awesome.
The
book?
Necronomicon. The book of the
The book on the pulpit.
Necronomicon Ex Mortis.
Nice. The next
Yeah,
one's
so
gonna
there,
hurt a lot
there are
more.
two jars in
I
particular
pull out
that
my
change
book of
color
hands
on
and
her
feet.
waist, just so you guys know.
Uh-huh.
One on her right, coming down from this shoulder strap, and one on her left, coming down from this shoulder strap. Those jars change colors from like a black and purple liquid to one of them turned clear and one of them turned green. So,
What
Just
does it
switch
mean?
into magic.
yeah.
Clearly.
Bonus
Really,
action.
Christmas is not a
Bonus
good
action.
Yeah.
God, I wish it wasn't everybody's turn before mine. I'm
I
like,
know.
Actually, he's going after you. So.
I know, like
You already
directly. So
went.
like,
He's been waiting even longer.
but I'm saying like now that I
Now
have
she- now she's
ideas,
dead
I'm
last.
gonna have to wait for everybody.
I'm gonna
else.
cast Spirit Weapon.
So does everybody.
right
I
here.
know, but I wasn't inspired until now.
Yeah, right there seems good.
Okay. And does that have to be a clear line of sight, or you can just
It's 60 feet.
in a clear line of sight, or it doesn't matter?
Remember,
As
she's
long as
on
you
the
can see
chair.
it.
She's on the chair.
Well, it's not about her necessarily. It's just about can he
about-
cast it through the bookshelf.
I mean, she's standing on a chair. Can you cast it
It has,
over the
you have to
bookshelf?
see where you're casting it.
Yeah, I'm looking. It doesn't specify.
Wait, I thought that she was visible
you're
over
good.
the bookshelf.
Yeah, but he's casting it right behind her.
Baldur's
Mhm.
Little.
Gotcha.
Baldur's Little. He's behind the pulpit. The pulpit's like way. It's like eye
Yeah, the
level.
pulpit
thing.
is almost as high as it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know. That's a bit
Big
high.
ass chair.
Fine,
10-foot high
everyone's
chair.
here for accuracy. Huh?
In this game of D&D, it might be
Depends on a
hard. We
creature
have
that
to
you
use our
can see
imagination
within
sometimes.
range. The target
What's
must succeed
that?
on
Someone
dexterity
told me it was
saving
an
throw.
imagination game.
God, now I don't.
Fucking
play.
Oh, that's Sacred Flame. What are you
Yeah.
casting? Spirit Weapon?
Spirit weapon.
Yeah, just give him a
Yeah, here.
the card.
That's gonna mess me up. I might as well just use my system.
You create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts the duration or until you cast a spell again. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat attack against a creature within 5 feet of it.
I think I'm gonna rule that you do have to see where you're gonna put it.
Okay.
Where are you gonna put it?
You can put it on top of her head.
That is
'cause
what
you
I'm
can
gonna
see her
do
head?
then. Yeah.
Okay.
I can see her head. I'll put it right on top of her head.
Alright. Because it is floating.
Well done.
Nice.
She
I
died.
can't. She died. I killed her.
She did.
And I'm gonna smash her with a hammer.
Yeah, someone throw a noose around her neck and then knock
Alright.
the chair out from under her.
This is like a leaning tower. There we go.
Excellent.
Hey, you know, it'd be pretty gnarly. You want to try and throw this girl in a bag of holding? Just like
So it's an attack, so.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
No way, man. That's where we keep our treasure.
10.
I don't want dead witch in there.
10?
Yeah.
Misses.
I
She
rolled
would die from suffocation. Yeah, that's true. We could throw.
Yeah, you have to let her out, right?
No blue.
yeah, I mean, I don't think you can choose to come out. Someone has to pull you out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't come out on your own.
Yeah, the only thing that can come out
That's
on its
why
own
when we
is
talked
wizard
about-
staffs.
Crossing, we were gonna put Orglorg in there with us as collateral, so he would
2,
let us out. Ash.
3.
When we crossed that river, that
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
ended up giving
1, 2,
people
3.
HP that we were all fucking afraid of.
I need Raw and Banana and Baldric to make Constitution saving throws.
Constitution.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Okay, so far so
Here we
good.
go.
Save
20.
yourself.
Also 20. I also got 20.
Alright, Banana. The two
It's
of you
fucked
feel
up.
this sort of force like coming around you, binding you. You like kind of dig your heels into the ground and sink lower as you feel this force pulling up. Unfortunately, as you try and dig yourself into the ground, even as your tail like is doing its last grasp, you get picked up and thrown 30, thrown across the room into this wall.
She is full of herbs. Chief.
Taking
Give him a pencil.
Probably.
Thanks, bitch.
12 force damage from hitting the wall. And you fall prone.
Doing the old classic villain thing. Picking you up and instead of ripping you in two, throwing you into a wall.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna let gravity decide this.
Next up is Jaw.
It's a staple.
And after Jaw is Raw.
Am I in the drying rack?
The drawing rack is kind of above, like,
So-
it's got things hanging from it. You probably knock some shit off.
This
Knock
is
that
like
shit off.
a jaw that's open, right?
Yeah.
What is that?
How
Your
sturdy?
jaw.
Yeah, but jaw. How sturdy does
Jaw
the
Banks.
Nope. Nope.
Jaw rule.
how sturdy does like the top part look like the teeth?
Well,
on the
remember it was
upside?
set up like a trap?
I was just
That's
thinking
that
that.
was something else. That was like right here. I
Yeah,
think.
that was something else.
But does it look like if you damage the incisors or whatever that are
I
on
mean,
the
this
side,
is
it
a
might
thick
come
skull
crashing
that
down?
looks like a creature from a
Incisors?
bygone area. This
Not
skull,
incisors,
this skull,
What are the little bits that hold the jaw together?
The skull itself
That's
is
the
encrusted.
jawbone.
It looks.
Yeah,
it's-
but there's like an actual little thing there. Whatever.
Yeah, it looks
TMJ.
quite sturdy.
Look it up, but
It looks like it's kind of what do you call that? Petrified
What
over
is the
time.
head niche on
Or
it?
become kind of turning to stone rather than a skull.
So if I casted Fireball right there, it would hit these things, and it would hit these things, and it would hit that jawbone. And it might do something, but it might not. But it'll hit those two, it'll hit that, and it won't hit me. Or Banana. So, I'm going to cast Fireball.
Okay.
Right?
I'm already prone, so we're good.
Well, you're not going to take
Is it
damage
not
from
just
this.
the
Fireball.
Fireball, yeah.
I
Kaboom!
didn't know that.
external
You had that?
Yeah, as a
that's
lore
weird.
bard at level 6,
Oh.
I can dip 2 points,
It's the
2 points
Ramus.
of magic into any other school spells, which is where I got counterspell and fireball. Because
Okay.
Good move.
bards don't naturally get counterspell, which is
it's
shit.
a race.
I was wondering.
Thank you. For those that drive me nuts. And I was gonna have to look it up later.
What's it called?
Ramus.
Wow, I did not know that.
Did
I
know
didn't.
that.
You did.
I did. It's in my brain as soon as you said
So
it.
it's a
Right.
16 dexterity save.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves
So
Ramus.
High insight
the
for
golem save.
Right. Just personally.
The one of the
Golem?
green doesn't.
it. Wait, sorry, what are you doing?
Wait.
Cast
Oh,
some
it's
fireball
dexterity.
inside.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
a
He,
fireball.
I think
Is
he,
it
Seven, eight,
job?
nine,
he
10,
went
yeah.
with
One
let's
of
burn
the
this place to the
Gotcha.
ground. Yeah.
one of them doesn't. Two of them don't.
26 points of fire damage, 13 rounded down.
All right. So
How long does my rage last?
Until you stop.
The golem gets hit too, right?
Yep.
I didn't imagine that would drop the golem. Does it do any structural damage to the jaw?
Isn't this where the bottles were
Hold on.
too?
I just want to
Yeah.
make the
Ooh,
point that
and-
if you damage
How
the
much
jaw,
damage
the
was
skull
it?
isn't
We
going to
just
clamp
have to-
shut.
No.
The jaw's just going to fall off.
It might come down. It might come down on.
But the jaw is the part on the hinge, not the whole head.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You said 20. You said 26.
Please come down.
Yeah.
That's like dentures.
So
Yeah. That's why we keep telling you. Yeah.
You took half damage from everything that's not psychic.
Yeah.
So,
I love it. That's so funny.
Sorry, I'm trying to
yeah.
prepare
So
for this.
the golem itself, like as the fire streaks across, two of the things zipping around you just disappear, just into a puff of splatter. As these charred little pieces of what look like bugs fall to the ground.
little fuckers, man.
It continues to cross and hits the side of the jaw, where like the whole room that you guys are in shakes. Little pieces of stone and like stick and other things that have been building up over time, so it just fall on top of you guys as the room shakes, and you see like a big piece of where the jawbone was just kind of crumble away, and you do see the top of the mouth kind of like
Alright.
a little bit.
Guys, we got an audience coming.
The golem himself, as when he gets hit by the fire,
Please tell me he turns into a giant flaming corpse thing. I mean,
Bye-bye.
just
That'd
gonna
be
be
cool.
horrifying.
when he gets hit by the fire, you see it like kind of like spread around the flesh, and you see the muscles kind of tense and like seize up around it. It doesn't have any emotional effect on its face, but it looks like it's a little tightened up.
He's like, I was
I am
singed earlier.
going to eat the opportunity attack and retreat. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo,
Okay.
banana, I'm scared.
For
He's
what?
like, you're all caught in
Oh,
the web.
good. I'm fucking ready. I don't give a fuck.
Stuff yourself full of noxious
What's that
herbs
ring
so you
around?
taste
You guys, what's that ring
horrible.
around?
That's your rage.
That's my rage.
Yep. That's your buff.
14 plus.
That's gonna hit.
You're buff.
Okay.
My AC's 15, so
Um,
Mad about it.
16.
16.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. Am I getting hit twice?
Yeah, I fucked up. I was only making them make one attack, but they get more than one
So for an opportunity attack, you only get one swing. Because this isn't a swing.
Oh, okay. So just one hit.
Yeah, which is
It's
very
not
good.
action,
It was
it's
very
just
good that I
attack.
liquefied 2 of them.
Yeah,
That's
very
a
good.
swing. Yeah.
Because yeah, you guys got up easy while they were distracted, but no more.
DM mistakes,
Um,
love them.
Yeah. So you take 7 piercing damage as you're running away, and it pierces into like what looks like they're going for your spine and just goes into one of your back muscles.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
up
Always the spine.
is
I
Raw.
Gonna fucking see a
Alright, so I'm
seamstress.
assuming that the hag is still just directly in front of me. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
raging, and I would like to just
I'll be
swing
able to
away
help you out with holes if you ask nicely.
I can
the
help you
things
with
in front
those
of me, and I'm
holes.
just swinging away.
I have you really good.
There you go.
Is
So
that
we just
the
had to
plus
get our
8?
poopy rolls
Plus
out of the
9.
way.
Plus 9.
So
No more poops.
26. It's gonna
You're
hit.
never gonna poop again?
Never.
Never
Ever.
only took
again.
out 2 of them. I forgot.
No,
wanna
hold
see
it
what
all inside like the
happens.
Queen of England.
What?
All right, so you swing at the
Yes.
hag.
Make the
Swing
Queen of
away, and
England
I rolled a
poops.
26.
Nah.
No,
listen
no
first.
fucking way.
26 hits.
Right. Then I do damage. It's my D12. Where did it go? Why am I?
There you go.
And I.
Yeah, just roll d12. Here. Plus 8, so 12 slashing.
Alright. 12.
12 slashing. Okay.
You attack again.
Yeah, I do get an attack twice. So I just
Okay.
rolled this twice.
Officer.
No, 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 no,
No, you gotta roll your
d12.
strike.
Oh.
If I want to make like
Oh my god.
May the
called
field of
attack,
justice
is that
ever
that
be in
one?
my favor.
Called shot is disadvantage.
You can recklessly attack and have advantage.
What was it?
You should probably recklessly.
What
attack.
was it?
Should roll a 1.
So it's too late though to say I'm reckless attacking, isn't it? I mean, technically.
Yeah.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it was very reckless of you to just roll
Just remember next time.
Yep.
But remember also, it gives you disadvantage on your.
Well,
next
here's
rolls.
here's
No, it
here's
gives
what
the
you need.
next person that
Here's what you
attacks
need to
her
know about
advantage.
this.
Yeah,
you're
that's right.
you're fighting things that are almost certainly going to hit you anyways, or a spellcaster that's not even aiming for you physically, so your AC doesn't matter. So you should probably recklessly attack every chance you get. You're taking half damage anyways. So
It's true. It's true.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so
I
that was
Yeah,
my
that's a
second.
solid.
That was my
Okay.
second hit.
forgot.
Not
Also, even though your things that happened in the past take rolling 1 doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna like chop your head.
hit. Yeah, or like just axe myself.
It just happens to be circumstantial.
Mystically
in those
recalling your
moments.
axe and
Yeah.
epically
isn't that-
failing at that.
Well,
might
isn't
stab
that when
you.
she takes like more than half damage? But if she rolls a 1.
No, if she rolls a 1, yeah, I just do it whatever circumstantially. Like right now, she's in a wide open space swinging her axe. Before she was in a tight hallway and rolled a nat 1, and it just so happened to line up exactly. But yeah.
Claustrophobia is for real.
So standing before you, the hag, you take a swing at her, and you sort of cut like past her dress, and it looks like underneath the dress a little bit of blue smoke comes out, and a little bit of blood slatters as it seems you may have cut into her leg. You go swinging again, and swing back so hard the other way that you actually
Wait,
turn
it's
around.
Blue smoke now?
Huh?
It's blue smoke now?
Is that purple?
Purple, blue, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Purple, blue, black, and green have been the colors of the night. Yeah. So you go swing around and swing yourself over this way, moving about 5 feet away from her as your uncontrolled axe just swings you out of the hitting range. Are you going to use any of your movement speeds?
Okay. I can move.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm gonna move forward back towards the hag.
Okay.
Forward.
Forward, back.
I know.
Towards the hat. It worked for her.
English.
North south. We're in the
Funny
Feywild, guys. She's adapting
Yeah,
quicker
she's
than
moving
us.
forward, back.
Up, down.
All right. Next up is
So guy in the Malarkey. Little asshole is gonna come over here,
Stab your eyes.
seemingly under some sort of command
Aye.
or dedication, comes flying over towards
that-
Ra.
does that open it up to an attack
Some
of opportunity
fucking
for
weird
me?
thing
It
that
would.
Ryan knows
It would.
about is gonna
It
stab
would,
you.
but it's gonna be bad.
at a disadvantage
Quicken.
All right. as a blur passes by you?
One.
Yeah. What
You're
were you
like,
attacking
"Oh,
with?
Oh, I was gonna go with daggers, but
You were gonna go with daggers?
Yeah, I figured I wouldn't have like magic queued up.
So you came up
Well,
with these.
yeah, you can't even counter it. Or,
Yeah.
So legitimately, you're either punching at it or trying to.
You came up with these.
I have a crossbow.
So
Yeah, but you
since
can't
you
do it melee.
specified
Oh.
daggers, Malarkey, you came up like this at the
Malarkey's
blurring
turn.
movement, just and without even realizing it, like cut into your own hand with one of your daggers and took 4 piercing damage in your own hand.
Ow! Did you see what that did to me?
That little bastard! It bit me.
Sam, doing 21,
What? Oh, yeah.
21 to hit,
Yeah.
20,
Yep.
and yeah.
Sorry, you
I don't
did
wanna do math,
structural
but it's
damage
such high
over
20s.
here, right?
Like right in this area, yeah.
Alright.
You feel 3 quick pokes go up the back of your spine, going through your cloak, almost reaching the bone. You take 10, 19,
Oh, yeah. I do take that.
you take 27 piercing damage.
Actually,
Fuck. Is that from
point
one
of
thing?
fact. Point of fact, by the
The
way.
3 of them.
You
I
should
think,
you
or
should
the
not
4
be
of them.
adding it all together and giving it to her. You should go by on a single basis because since it rounds down, she might take less than 13.
True that.
Okay.
Because if she takes 7, she's taking 3, and if she takes 9, she's taking 4 instead of 5. So
Yeah, because they're all different.
All right.
'Cause they're all
Noted. So
individual
for next
attacks.
time, yeah,
yeah. So but 13
point.
right now.
yeah.
Had
And
a
then
player point that
Next
out.
up is Malarkey.
Irritated me.
Alright, I'm gonna follow his lead
Return the favor.
and move over
It's
here
47
and
minus 13.
Eldritch Blast
30, I don't know,
the
33,
jawbone
yeah.
Okay.
to
Oh, yeah,
try
to
to do some
close the
structural
skull.
damage.
Malarkey,
Yeah, to
look
close
at
the
Malarkey.
skull.
Dude. He
Why
saw
are
he saw a
you
good
shooting
idea and
for
he's like, I'm sticking with
I
it.
love it,
Let's
dude.
do that.
Yeah, the top
what-
2 they're
roll
just
the
gonna
hit.
fall down off.
I mean, we're having enough trouble with these little bastards. We don't
it's
need
gonna be
2
19.
fucking flesh golems in here too.
Hits.
Wait, are you like fucking point blank Kamehamehaing the fucking
Jawbone.
the jawbone?
Yeah. The mandible.
15
The
plus
Ramus!
10, so
Ramus.
25.
25 damage.
To the Ramus.
Force damage, by the way.
To the Remus.
And bones, which is
Force
pretty dope.
damage.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you go running over, you hit it, sort of in the same spot where a jawbone naturally would be, and you see the stone kind of give way to bone as it kind of blasts through. These pieces of wall just come flying off, like, into the air, scattering across the ground. You see the jaw underneath just kind of crack, almost breaking, and the jaw comes down, like, revealing just maybe, like, what was once maybe like a 30-40 foot opening is now, like, maybe a 10-15 foot opening instead.
Alright.
The
Crushing
pieces
down
are
on
kind
bone.
of shaking,
Yeah.
and like more material comes falling off the roofs, but everything shakes. There's things landing in jars. There's jars falling off the shelves.
How tall is that flesh
Do we
golem?
want to be trapped inside?
Huh?
Because
I'd like to be trapped on the
We
opposite.
can smash her way
Yeah.
out. We're trying to keep these things from getting in.
Large.
Yeah, we don't need to be fighting flesh
Large.
golems on top of this.
Alright.
Large.
That doesn't describe much to me.
More than
large
10
large
feet?
is usually like. I
It's
think-
over 8 feet.
Yeah, it's. I think it runs the gamut between like 8.5 to like
After you,
17
like-
feet or something.
I mean,
like
it's
15.
it's pretty big. I would say it's bigger than the 10 feet in
Alright.
total.
Isn't it inside of the area that just smashed down?
Yeah, that's kind of the point I'm trying to make is...
It is more inside than that. Say if it was right here or like over here.
Gotcha.
See how this is?
Gotcha.
But-
Like if it was
Gotcha.
within
His
the
buddy's
So I was
outside.
locking
His
us
buddy.
in.
But his buddy's outside.
There's a poop chute.
That could
I'm
be
not
a
worried.
horn.
You know how skulls leave.
I'm saving a second level spell slot to turn invisible and get the fuck out if things
There's
go
also
south.
a
So.
It could be a
Silent.
snake. It
I
could
can
be a
catch
Misty
another
step
step
out.
I don't know
I'll
if
just
it's a
dive
snake or
into
not.
the
She's living in a
swamp.
snake.
Alright.
Counter spell, you're dying with us.
Someone grab Hammurabi Jr.
Yeah, where's Harambe? Still on her shoulder?
Yes. Which funny you should mention.
Harambe Jr.
It's Harambe's turn.
Little Harambe Jr.'s been picking
No,
up
little
that.
Harambe Jr. is about to fall to the floor as you see the hag kind of like turn into this like purple mist. Yep. She floats over to this area over here. I would say actually right above it.
Can I roll an
Fall
Arcana
into
check
the
to see what
floor?
the spell was?
Right above it.
The
cooking pot?
I think that's
It's
just
actually
shit.
not a spell.
Alright, cool.
Roll an Arcana check to see what the fuck that was.
you could roll a insight check to see what the fuck it was.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
Okay,
nope.
why not?
9.
That's gonna be 13.
Malarkey got the best roll.
I got
He's
a
got
18.
negative.
18.
Oh, never mind.
Um,
Maya's been rolling well.
Seems like a natural feature of the hag is the ability to
Misform.
become
Sexy purple
ethereal.
fawn.
Ethereal.
Ethereal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
A word that I never pronounced right in Diablo 2 because I was 11 when I played it.
Ethereal.
Yeah, that's what I always
Um,
said.
Ethereal.
Ether.
So as she goes over the pot, you see the same sort of dragon shape come up. That came up from the scale as she like raises her hands, and it like moves into like the purple mist that
She gave her my
become her body.
scale.
I thought she was gonna give us a gorilla. That's a good trade.
Jesus.
If it works out.
She comes floating back out,
She's taking my powers.
lands on the ground, and
What I'm hearing is that she's fireproof.
Okay.
Which
That's
is
fair.
ethereal.
Ethereal.
Like for real.
Malarkey, on you, you need to you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
Hey, nice, bud.
That's 16 plus 4, 20.
20. All right.
Unnatural.
That's a high ass constitution.
Yeah, you see
Bulky warlock.
behind you. You see this sort of like she
all
points her
that milk
finger
he
at
drinks.
you,
Yes.
her like long
Strong
black
bones.
twisted finger, and like this black ray of like darkness comes shooting out at you, and as you just kind of like give her a look of like nonchalant, not really caring, like it like hits your body and spreads across your chest and your back, and then
Yikes.
leaving out the other side, leaves you untouched. Next up is
That's spooky. I'm pretty sure I know what that was.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, I just saw my new face on the Twitch page. I look dirty.
Your new face.
Because I'm not Ash anymore. And he just found like the closest thing to public domain you can find for a tiefling on a moment's notice.
all right. Raw.
I think you searched handsome.
I'm next already.
Nope.
Oh, I'm just taking damage.
It's not a
26.
picture of me.
Oh
Maya.
wait.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's right.
What'd you say?
26.
Hits.
13.
Nope.
Cool. What is that? 27?
So half of that.
No, that was I think a strike.
No, that
attack roll.
was an attack roll.
Oh.
There's 3 attacks on you.
Oh, okay. So yes,
27
it
hits.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Alright, so
I would
10
have just said
damage. So that's not right.
5.
Let me see that sheet.
And 8 damage.
So 9 altogether.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barbarians are so fucking tanky, Jesus Christ.
Tanky tank.
I keep looking at her health being like,
Wait,
Raw's gonna
15.
die anytime now. She's still pretty fucking
20.
good.
Hits.
You look like the fucking
20.
Goofy movie, like the Bigfoot that they fucking find.
In the 20s. I'm not gonna count.
Alphabet soup.
So 9.
Fuck, I forgot about
So
all
half
of
of that 4 damage. I'll just round it down for you again. 7, so that would be 6. So 3 damage.
Wait, so 4 and then 3?
Yeah, so 7.
And then 5. This is, I'm rounding down
Yeah.
for her already.
So 12 plus 9.
breakdown.
So
21.
21. Yeah, you're starting
All
to
together?
yeah, all together 21.
Yeah, you
Already
those things
split.
floating around, you
Ayúdame.
start feeling them stab into the more feeble parts of your body. So it stabs into your elbows, stabs into your neck, like these tiny little daggers.
That
Just
would fucking be
3 down the
nice.
side, 3 up the neck. So you like feel it piercing into your central nervous system, getting shakier.
You gotta tell somebody, girl.
And
I
then
think we can see.
Moose.
We can't.
Fucking killer!
Malarkey.
Fucking help me! Jesus.
9.
Misses.
I'm caving.
23
Hits.
and 18.
Hits.
You have a good constitution, right?
Well, just check
18.
Alright.
Do it. Save
7
him.
plus
Well, save us.
So I'm low now.
8,
Guys, I'm low.
9, 15, and 10. So 25.
Yeah, but you're all
25
down.
damage.
Yeah, you take
I'm
25
just
piercing
prone.
damage to feel like the
I'm
3
doing
daggers
a raise
piercing into your
crawl.
skin as well, just
No,
coming
I
up
just
the back of the
stand
spine.
up and it gets half
Alright,
now.
in succession.
Ow!
And then
How low are you, Malarkey?
12.
Misses.
No. No, because my
19.
Hits.
And
AoE one does like 15 around me.
19.
So I'm gonna have to
Hits.
get over
Again.
here.
10
Yeah.
and 10. So you take 20 piercing damage.
You
So
can
you
move
feel
this 20 feet
2 more
to
hits
right
going
here.
into your spine.
Top
Alright,
where the
I'm
chair
down.
was.
You're down? You're
Down at
unconscious?
0.
So 1, 2,
Alright.
3.
So no, Malarkey has no constitution.
Okay.
Don't dare.
Oh, baby.
Alright, and then
I have
Maya.
fucking shit ton of constitution.
Oh my
Unfortunately, I
god.
just took fucking
I
4
knew
hits
it was
that took me down
coming.
35
you
HP.
hear skulls and
Yeah.
slash like cooing off, like the shattering of bones shaking.
Who's up right now?
The fucking
Bone daddy.
flesh daddy. Yeah.
Flesh daddies.
Flash Daddy, that's so much more intense.
It's way
17.
worse.
He's
Way
suited for
worse.
your
He's
flesh.
definitely.
Oh, I forgot it's an advantage.
Yeah,
That's still
damn.
better. 17.
Everyone keeps handing me. I'm like,
A bitch can get
Okay.
hurt.
oh, thanks.
Plus
Everyone's like,
7 is
I'm like,
15.
what the fuck is that?
15?
What?
15?
Yeah.
Hits.
Miss.
No.
It's at.
It's at 15.
Tie goes to the loser.
For what?
Tie goes to the
The
loser.
defender.
Or sorry, tie goes to the defender.
So I got, what he
Is
needs
it-
to
I'm
say
a
is
loser!
So it misses? It
Yeah,
misses?
it misses.
Alright.
Tie goes to the fucking loser.
Sorry. I'm a loser. Is that not bad? What does that mean?
It means it
So
comes
wow.
slamming down
Yeah.
on you, and as you sort of, as you're prone but still rolling away, you see this one giant fist with bone coming down. Some of the bones shatter and go like hitting into your face,
What the?
and the other arm comes slamming down right into your rib cage, and you feel this flesh like sort of encasing your body as it slams down, and the
Ew.
bone's cutting into your skin, bone touching bone.
Banana,
You take
smell.
9
Die.
bludgeoning damage.
What? How many?
Because
9
y'all could
bludgeoning
be
damage.
Oh, that's not
nice
bad.
to an old lady.
still her mistake.
All right, next up is Wyla.
I'm still dying, but we're good.
This is super fucking stressful. Might need more chocolate, that'll do it.
Alright, who's up after Wyla? Am I close?
Baldric.
After Wyla is Banana, and then
Oh, shit.
after Banana is Golem, and then after that is
The other golem, though, right? That's
So are these
strapped
little
outside.
annoying things just gonna straight up kill me
I
when they're
can
turning
take care.
around?
I can take care of some problems. It's okay. Don't worry. If you can't take care of them, I can take care of them.
I'm gonna try something horrifying.
I've got +4
I'm
constitution,
ready.
man. I can make the saves. I've been making the saves.
When you take damage while you're down there, immediate fails.
No!
This is listen.
And
This,
one is not gonna be melee.
Yeah,
Gonna be one fail.
It's still immediate fails though.
And he's still a cleric, so he can bring me back.
Fair. I mean, and I
We
can
probably
I can
have
heal
some
you also.
diamonds in the bag.
Alright.
I figured without.
Yeah.
Banana?
It's my turn?
Yeah?
Wait, I thought it was Wyla.
Oh, sorry, Wyla.
They were talking, it's okay.
Sorry.
I was unclear on this. Is this or is it not a chandelier?
That's a cauldron.
Cauldron. Duh! I remember that.
That's what she pulled the monkey out of.
Try hiding behind the chair. Too.
That's what she threw
What?
skill into.
It's like, should
Well,
I
we
do
got a monkey
damage
out
or
here.
Where are
start
you
nicking
dead? Like
shit?
right here?
Sorry, dead gorilla.
You're having a little nap in this square?
He's right next to the quick
He's in
links right
that
there.
square.
Yeah.
Alright.
Kind of in those 3-4 squares.
Four square.
Dash.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna dash over to the hag
Okay.
and use my sleight of hand, dude. I want to steal
Be
the
over
changed
here.
liquids on her neck, along with anything else I can.
You want
Okay.
Steal her potions.
Um,
Her lady
The ones
potions?
we changed.
yeah, do a sleight of hand check.
Oh yeah, you just gained expertise in that.
Oh, why do I keep rolling so fucking shitty?
Okay, 15 then.
Luckily,
15?
I put expertise
15.
there.
Oh yeah, you
4
just
plus
barely,
11.
Yeah, you just barely got that.
Son of a bitch. That's how you. That's
Yeah.
what you've said to me literally every time, and everything's been plus
you run,
11.
you
so.
run up, and her finger is still sort of pointing out where Malarkey was standing with this huge grin on her face. As you run up, you tug on the ropes that come sliding over her back and underneath her armpits. And as you pull the ropes that were sort of hanging off her, and the skulls are attached, you hear this sort of clicking as it like comes off. Her gown kind of like drops just a little bit,
Ah,
coming, coming for no, not Yzma style.
Yikes.
Her gown just becomes more loose, less tight, like her necklace falling in underneath as it becomes baggier, and you pull the ropes out from underneath, and you're now carrying the green liquid.
Yeah, well, since there's a dash, I'm just gonna use. Since that was 30, I'm gonna use an additional 30 in retreat.
All right.
Perfect.
And I get rope, right? I get rope.
What's that mean?
You got the glass jar.
Yeah, you got
liquid.
You
What
got
does
the last
that
jars
mean?
of liquid
I
and the rope.
get rope.
Well, he
Not
said that
that
they were
much
on.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
It is some.
Dude,
I think
necklace
also-
rope.
Yeah, you
6
have.
feet is something.
Yeah, you have about 6 to 8 feet of rope.
It's like
you say 8.
it's like I like to steal this guy's pocket watch. I get gears, right?
Yeah.
Are there gears? Do I get gears?
Fuck these
I get a
potions.
change,
I'm
right?
actually after
Yes,
the
I've been
rope.
looking for some of
I mean,
those.
do I get a second hand on this thing though?
All right. So banana.
Alright, I'm gonna become unprone.
Okay. That's half your movement.
Yeah, that's fine.
Become unprone.
I'm gonna make a called shot on her necklace with my longbow.
Okay.
Didn't Marley just
Go.
take this?
No, she took the
No,
jars.
she took the
Okay,
jars
gotcha,
that were
gotcha,
hanging on
gotcha.
her shoulder. Her necklace kind of dipped down, but you still had seen the hanging distance that it was.
What are you doing to
And
her?
a nat
Taking away
20.
her
What do we
powers.
get? 9 and a 20?
Disadvantage.
So it's disadvantage? Okay, so it's
You get a
19. 19.
19 to hit.
9 plus
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Should I take the
I think
necklace?
that should.
She's trying to destroy it.
Yeah.
Her AC is like 17.
Nah, she barely hit, I think.
Yeah, 17 or 18, I think.
Yeah, you hit.
Alright. So I'm gonna take. So 10, and then I have an extra. Or I have the Colossus Slayer. And
Colossus Slayer?
another 10. Wait. Yeah. So 20.
20 damage.
20 for the called shot in her necklace.
Okay.
I also have an extra attack.
Okay.
I don't even know what to do with that one. I'll probably take care of this dude. But I guess it
Or
doesn't
get out of his
ask
range
him-
'cause
ask
he's
him what to
next.
do to the necklace
Oh.
first. You can like.
Yeah,
you
what
can,
happened with the necklace first?
Yeah. Okay. Before you take your next attack and the arrow goes shooting through, it actually shatters the crystal that's on the inside. Just explodes everywhere.
It's like Breath of the Wild when you break a weapon.
Yeah. And the arrow actually goes into her chest as well.
Oh,
with
nice.
like a greenish smoke
She not
puffing out, and she takes
It's like smoking fog.
she takes a good
Grog.
amount of damage from that
Smoking grog?
as it sinks in. Not
Or
all the way,
smoke
but the
grog.
arrow tip just passed into her
Why not?
breastplate bone. There's no
Breastplate
other
bone.
way to telegraph this, so she lost her lair actions.
Oh, okay. That's chill.
And
She had lair actions?
Yeah, that's why everything was higher, because we're in her lair.
Higher?
Everything
You know, like
sucks.
when you're in a dragon's lair, it's like the
Does
shit
all the
is-
shit. Well, we killed the dragon
Fucking
before.
Yeah, that's like its
Um,
home. It's gonna
yeah.
be like, alright,
Yeah,
As
it's
the
like has
pieces-
advantage in its
as the
own
pieces
house.
break apart, you notice that what the pieces that shattered the red gem that was in the center was a heartstone.
Heartstone. I'm into that. I'm gonna write that.
Dragon heart.
That's what broke, was the heartstone?
The Heartstone broke. Nice shot.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna hit her again.
I feel like I
Fuck
said
the
we should
bone
break
daddy.
the necklace, and we all got distracted. Like,
I've been waiting
probably
to
should've
do a
done that
cold shot on the
all day.
necklace for forever.
Yeah, you got thrown across the room at the beginning of the fight. You've been laying on the ground.
Yeah, you did,
I know,
yeah.
like a fuck.
Getting pounded on
Alright,
by a flex.
To be fair, we've been doing this battle for like
Alright,
3
I'm just gonna hit her
turns.
again.
Yeah.
Like,
Just a lot of shit.
Ooh,
it's
nat
been
20.
18 seconds.
I've done
Holy
two
shit.
things.
I got another
What'd you
20,
just
so
roll?
what do I do?
Nat 20.
You roll a nat 20?
Yeah. For my
Oh,
extra
God.
attack. Alright, so what do I do? Roll 2d8?
Shoot her in her
Ooh,
fucking
banana.
eye.
Yeah, you double.
Yeah.
Double-
So,
does
so,
that
so
double
it's 40,
Colossus
it's
Slayer as
48.
well?
Yeah, it's all dice
Oh,
rolls. So it's
shit.
48.
Cool. Yeah.
48?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
double what you roll.
48 plus your attack modifier.
Alright,
Damn,
3,
son.
8,
11,
5,
16.
16,
6,
22. 22
Plus-
plus 4.
4, and then plus 1.
So 27. 27 piercing damage with a magical weapon. Not that that's going to do anything because we know that she needs silver.
Damn.
Still,
Okay.
27.
How many did?
I can follow it up with something nice that'll deal with the little fuckers.
Yeah, but I
weapons.
feel like she's controlling them. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so she
That's why I
dies.
kinda
the
Yeah, I
Bone
think
bone
that's
daddy
part of the layer thing too.
stops.
So
Because
That's
remember,
why-
we talked
that's
about
why I
that
hit
in
her
game.
again, because I was just
In
like,
character,
All right, so-
This guy's just, like,
golems are
hitting me
controlled
with
by
his-
and only listen to one person.
As
so if that
you-
person's dead.
As your first
Totally
shot
out of
goes in
control.
and you aim with your second shot, you pull back. The arrow itself splits the arrow that was in the chest,
Oh, fuck
Bravo.
yeah.
pushing the other arrowhead deeper in and smashing it out the back to the other arrow.
Jesus.
Other arrow kind of goes
Yes,
into the center of
banana.
the chest, and you see her just kind of like double over, kind of grasping. She goes for one of her jars that aren't there, going for the other jar that isn't there, kind of leaning over and gasping for breath, looking a little worse for wear.
took her
Oh, you my
All right.
She dead. No. Close.
And then gets smacked and pummeled.
I'm gonna say it's
All
difficult
attack.
terrain because he has to duck under it, so
They
you
can't
can only make it about that far.
Oh God.
And then next up is Ja. Oh, I forgot. You were supposed to make a death saving throw when you fell unconscious.
I didn't get a turn
When I
yet.
fell unconscious, not the next turn.
Oh,
You
yeah,
do it-
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one
I
is
didn't
right
get a
Yeah,
turn yet.
Baldric should be next.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Baldur.
But that death saving throw happened before that because it happens when he falls unconscious. You are supposed to make your first death saving throw
Yeah,
when you
okay.
fall.
End of the
Yeah.
line then, Baldric.
Well, it's 11, so I
Hey.
pass.
Cool.
Well, yeah,
So you
that's
mark
a
a
pass.
save.
Because 3 passes and you're awake.
no,
Yeah.
wait,
With stable.
stabilized.
Stable.
Stabilized,
Not dying
180.
actively.
You go up to 180.
Stabilized.
you
Slightly
You're awake
dying.
after an hour. But you're not immediately back up. You're awake after an hour.
So is it just plain roll 10 up or down,
Yeah.
or is it roll plus
Oh,
Constitution?
I'm gonna do
It's a
one
straight
right
roll.
here where
It's a
I'm gonna
straight
try
roll.
to
Yeah, 10 or
destroy
less.
It's a
this
10
at the
to
same
fail.
time.
No, there are like little things like.
Well,
So
it's
you
a
could just, like,
10-foot
flip a coin,
radius,
head or
so I don't
tails.
want to hit him.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
Just like in theory.
right
Yeah.
here,
I guess
5,
so.
10.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
But there
hit
are
him,
like little
right?
subtleties
He's
that
there.
Roll a
like other
D2.
things that are happening with you.
5,
So
10. All right.
if there is some other condition on you, I don't
Let's
remember what
put
they
it-
are, but there are other
So,
subtleties
right
where
here.
you would roll.
No, no,
and
I'm
the
not
numbers
gonna
would
move
be
there.
different depending on.
Oh,
the
I'm gonna cast
situation.
Shatter.
Gotcha.
Like, I think it has to do with some things like. Oh, sorry.
It's cool. I'm casting Shatter, starting on this spot here, and so everything in a 10-foot radius around it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sweet, not me.
Yeah. I know we've made it
The
right.
cauldron is metal, I assume.
The cauldron is cast iron.
That's
Metal.
yeah.
Am I?
So it has
I know, I'm just being
Iron
specific.
metal.
I'm sorry.
it has a disadvantage on this saving throw.
Who's casting
Um,
the cauldrons in this medieval era?
So do I
So
have
it's
to
a Constitution saving throw.
Blacksmiths.
You're not in range. It's 10.
So where are you casting it? Right
Blacksmiths
about.
teamed
right
up with
here,
hags.
so that I
But a
get
hag
5,
shakes
10,
her black finger
A
at
hag
you.
smith.
Probably just do it.
10.
You might just do what she
Right
says.
here? So you get 5, 10,
Yep.
5. So it's everything that's within a 10
10
foot
foot
radius?
circle
like
of
every-
Is it
death.
radius or
Yes,
circumference?
Radius.
So that means that
It's every just outside Malarkey.
5.
10
No,
foot
it's
radius sphere.
not. Yeah, because it's 5, 10. So everything 5, 10, 5, 10.
Okay, so
5,
yes.
10. Yeah, it at
Oh,
that point it would hit
if it's
these.
that close,
It's not a
then
radius
I'm
or a
gonna
diameter.
move it that way.
Yeah,
One.
radius is
Because I want
just
it.
this.
I want
and
it
then
to
covers
hit.
everything.
I want it to
Yeah,
hit
exactly.
here.
Should put it there then.
Oh, that's a good place. Yeah, that's a good call.
Perfect. Because I want it to hit these, this, and her.
And
It's
I
not
hit
gonna
the
hit
cauldron.
I don't think we can hit Cauldron with Malarkey being safe.
Honestly, you could just hit me.
Well, which square is he?
Um,
Is he
You would
is
take
he
a death.
here or is
Exactly.
he here? Which
You would
one?
take an automatic death, or
Like
if
one
you get hit
fail?
when you're down, I think it's 1 or 2 fails.
A melee is a crit, so it's 2, but a magical attack isn't melee, so it's just 1.
5,
That's right.
10.
I
You
know
would
this.
take 1 death, 1 automatic
This is
death.
easy,
We're
one and
figuring
one.
it out.
But
We've got 2 healers and no revives on hand.
Yeah, like.
So you're right here.
Yeah, that's my square.
And
I
then
mean, you're
these
laying down, so
guys-
you're in those squares. It's shattered.
Hey,
You
tell you
shattered.
what, you're not kicking him in the head though.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right.
It's
is
okay,
he-
I can actually survive that because I don't have anything else.
Yeah, you're good
Oh,
so
I
far.
s- I
Right
see
now,
this
you're
here.
solid.
Yeah, I'm going to get stabbed by one of those.
If you guys do
Basically, you want to
just
cast Shatter out of the
above
radius of him,
table.
but in the radius of those.
like
Yes.
We'll just call it that.
But
All right. That's what I'm
We
gonna.
don't have to fuck around with the math that much.
We should still have you.
Alright, so
Like, have, like,
what
a magic
Constitution
day,
saving
I
throws?
don't-
Yeah,
Technically,
Constitution
it's
saving
the square
throws
root of
on
2 on a
everything.
diagonal.
Pure eyeball.
Or the hag.
My save
Get around,
is
get around.
15.
Take her eye and put it in your
She's
socket.
got to be pretty low.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Have you learned
Yeah.
nothing from Ash? You want to stick an evil thing's eye in your eye?
Is
somehow?
the
Why
hag
not?
evil?
You're
Alright,
gonna-
12.
I think she's
I'm pretty
chaotic
fucking
evil.
sure.
It might give you permanent
Not
detect
necessarily
magic.
her-
She's got little chaotic evil failings.
If she was chaotic evil, we would have walked into her house and she would have just started swinging.
Nah, not if she's chaotic evil.
I think
If
she's.
she was
That's
lawful,
okay.
if she was lawful evil, maybe.
I feel
Whoa,
like
whoa,
she's
wait,
chaotic neutral. Like,
Anyway,
Me
so
too.
it
And-
wasn't-
and-
I always said to
all
them,
fails.
she was just doing her own
Oh,
stuff
the
before
cauldron.
they started
Above
killing
table.
her.
Yeah.
Does not make a saving
if we
throw.
And it would have it at disadvantage.
She's not evil just because she's ugly, guys.
I guess
She's
maybe it
doing
would.
weird
I'll
ass
say,
shit.
I will suggest
At a
not
disadvantage.
sticking another for things eyeball. Yeah, that's evil.
She might be lawful evil.
If
six.
I have to go
Yep,
on a
that's a
fucking
fail
journey to
too.
get you stabbed by
Alright,
a
so what's the
unicorn
damage?
after already having one character,
Dude,
die,
we're already
3d8,
on that
3d8
journey.
thunder
We're
damage.
already getting
on the way back,
unicorn back.
that's true.
I'm
So
using
might as
my
well.
Yeah, grab that eye.
divine
Stab.
Pop it
Yeah.
in there.
You don't
Okay.
have to put it in
to do
here.
Kill
max
Bill
thunder
wise.
damage.
Roll damage.
Well, I don't. It does max.
Hag ball.
So
Oh, yeah.
3d8. So 8.
She's in a jar with some vinegar.
Thank you. 24 thunder damage
Pickle that eye.
To every target that it hits.
in every target. Well, everybody, including
Everyone
the
knows
cauldron.
pickles can't be evil.
Okay. 24, you said?
Yep.
Shocking.
Boom. Also, it's loud as fuck.
Just let you know.
What, shatter? Yeah, I
it's
believe
A,
that.
it's a sudden
Oh,
loud
24
ringing
thunder
noise,
damage is loud.
painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice, and then boom.
Alright, so, most of you guys, actually all of you guys, are sort of facing the same direction that the hag is.
I'm facing this way.
As you do, you see
Yeah,
this
you're about to
sudden
get the cauldron
explosion.
juice on you.
Well, it would have been like, you know, like when you hear that really, really high pitch, like in scanners,
Maybe I'll-
where it's
yeah.
like that really, really high pitch, and then
I like how you
boom.
just name drop
Yeah.
scanners. Right? Hey,
You see,
could I also give you a suggestion that said
Yeah.
you could cast it at 3rd level and have it be.
Oh man, I didn't even think of that. Is it too late for that?
yeah.
Okay.
You see the ground.
Third level within 30.
You
He's
see
like
the
right in
ground
the
right
middle
near
of your
those two
cast.
bookshelves, kind of kaboom underneath it. Like the ground shoots up and cracks, throwing like pieces of bone and cement everywhere. You see the remaining piece of cracked jawbone on the other side just shatter into pieces. You see the jawbone actually slam down on the place that you're in as the teeth just and the whole structure just like comes crashing down.
The top jaw.
Doing
Banana ducks and like the golems like stop
knocking
crushing
both
her.
the golems forward and prone.
I'm underneath the drying rack, so the drying rack probably fell on me.
You're also underneath the
Don't give 'em
golems.
ideas.
You're not underneath the
Um,
golems, but like the golems are still
Yeah,
higher
you're now
than you,
wearing a
so-
drying rack as a necklace,
Start
There
stealing
are
that
bottles. There are bottles kind of exploding, throwing off everywhere. Right next to your feet, Rob, you see this jar with an eyeball that like came flying out of the
Hey.
explosion. Blow up under your feet.
Grab
Talking
that.
about eyeballs.
You also see it just kind of like darting around in there frantically.
You should probably keep it.
That's my eyeball now.
You guys all get covered in various types of liquid and gases that are just like
Prestidigitation,
have different smells.
prestidigitation.
You start seeing things scatter across the floor as these bookshelves fall. The cauldron itself breaks and this bubbling liquid comes boiling out beneath.
Nice.
You take
What do I take?
Death.
A fail.
you probably do take 2 death.
Two.
Yeah, because technically it's a melee hit. You're taking acid damage.
Sorry, that's not melee.
That's not melee. That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it would be. Yeah,
Yeah, it would be.
Would be. You could do melee. Yeah,
Um,
cool. Yeah.
Do you have a boner?
You
Drew
both
That's for that.
you both take 8 acid damage.
I said, do you
I
have
would
a
suggest
does.
someone
bonus
heals
action?
me this
Oh, I thought you said
turn.
you
I need
have
to
a
know that
boner
you're
as a
first.
result.
Or I need to know that you're in trouble.
Yeah, really, most people wouldn't even know that.
I mean,
without being
Baldric
notified.
knows.
Yeah.
But he's kind of just used his turn.
He's like,
The whole thing,
I
he
know.
can't say anything? Yes, you can.
yell.
Open your mouth.
Yeah.
Yell to us.
The hag herself
I
gets
just
hit by a
fucked
big
up.
piece of cement. Wait, what were we gonna say?
I'm not done yet. Just waiting for this to resolve.
Okay, the hag herself like gets hit by a big piece of brick, actually shoving those arrows out her back. You see the tip of Banana's arrow just kind of sticking out the back, and she kind of like starts feebly coming down to like one hand on the ground, and she puts a hand up, and she's just like, wait, stop.
Waving
So,
the
kill her.
Right,
spinal cord.
wait. This is where we do.
Is she prone?
An insight check.
Huh?
This
Is
is where
she
we do an
prone?
insight
No,
check.
she's not prone. She's just kind of like coming down to the ground, like pleading for her life.
This is an
Yeah.
insight check.
I'll roll
This
an
is
insight on
check
this.
moment.
I'll roll an insight on this shit.
9.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Where is
6.
everyone?
It's a 6.
Oh, I probably shouldn't roll on that anyway.
No, I would say the only people that could make.
Ron
I'm right
Albert.
there.
Yeah,
Dude.
Rob Baldric, and I guess you, Banana, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 12 anyway too.
Oh, yeah.
What are you looking for?
I just want to know if she's being genuine. If I can tell if she's being genuine.
Roll a 5.
Yeah, that doesn't take a high roll. She looks scared as shit. She looks completely genuine. Her pupils are dilated. She looks frightened for the first time the whole battle.
This is
See your pupils from there?
Sick, dude. Oh yeah, eagle sight. Sam.
I mean, Baldric
Eyes are as
and
big as pancakes.
she's actually Baldric can. She's just kind of like
Weren't they
looking at
already
him,
black?
sort of pleading, like, wait,
Silver dollars.
stop.
I'm
Look
gonna
like
attack her with
Tyrese
the spirit
nipples.
weapon.
Oh my god. What about
Okay. Roll the hit.
Yeah, get her.
Do I have advantage since it's behind her?
Eat shit, hag.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Stabbing her in the
I
butt?
said she was facing you. You're throwing it behind her.
Yeah, I want to throw it behind her and
Probably
attack.
just
Sure.
freak
So is
out.
that behind?
Dude, it's like Krillin's Destructo disc.
11. That would have been 18.
I think you should use
That
your
would've been not
hammer and
18.
It hits
see what
twice.
happens.
No, no.
Right,
He's
you
rolling
roll
it.
twice for it?
Yeah.
Well, he's
Okay.
rolling at advantage because
Yeah.
it's behind.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah, sorry.
18.
18 hit.
Why did Frieza know Krillin's move?
I don't know.
It's
He
5.
really
It's
is
like, listen,
Isn't
listen,
it
if
5?
you could, like,
Huge fan.
let's not
Isn't it
try
5
and
melee?
break down plot holes.
By the way,
and
what
give
does
you
your
the-
spirit weapon look like?
There are issues.
Oh, it's a hammer.
It's like a
It's
Roshi
Thor's
The same one as
hammer.
The
before,
most
it's
irritating
Thor's
thing
hammer.
Oh,
about
yeah.
it
It's
is that
specifically
if they
It's
really
got
go
maybe like a
strong
red
fast,
leather
all
wrap
they do
coat,
is
like
beat the shit out of each
golden.
other.
Marvel
So much
Thor's
damage
hammer.
helps each other.
That's
Marvel.
it right
Like
there.
that. Because Saiyans get stronger if they almost die. So I was just like, all right, Vegeta, come over here.
Just handed it.
All right, Papa Sensu Bean, buddy, you're stronger now. That's it.
Yeah.
He's like knocked all your teeth out and gave you the Sensu Bean.
I mean, that was the idea of the
Oh,
hyperbolic
right there.
time chamber, though, right?
No, but they were actually training in that. They don't
I
have
love
to.
you.
They just have to get the shit kicked out of them. It's just
All right.
like they're actually.
But, okay, strength isn't combat ability.
5, 12.
True.
12 damage.
That's true. But that training.
damage?
Like, it means nothing if you just immediately get fucking blasted a hole through your chest.
There's actually a moment when they're fighting Frieza.
Yeah, I told you
where
that's
Vegeta
16.
is
For
like,
sure, it's a
where
pint.
Piccolo is fighting Frieza, and Vegeta
Even
goes
mostly
over to
a
Krillin and
point.
is like, You beat me within an inch of my life, and then Dende, who can heal, will just heal me back up, and I'll
And
be able
then
to fight
I'm gonna use
Sorry,
my
and then you
movement
get our drink.
to run over to Malarkey.
That's fair.
It's just water.
How do you want to kill him?
So it's the spirit hammer is just right up behind her and just have it just come down and just smash the back of her head out the front of her head.
Her eyeballs come out like.
Yeah, so your spirit weapon spinning into the air as she's like crying out for help. Your hands are moving. You wave. And as you wave, the hammer spinning rapidly, and then it comes smashing into the back of her head. Her horns on the sides of her head, there are these sort of golden horns that have been sticking out, actually invert, and you see like her eyeballs coming out as her teeth and her jaw itself, like it's like her eyeballs and her teeth come out at the same time as the skin breaks. You see underneath this black skull with like a pentagon engraved into it as these horns reach back. You also see all the color. You see as it's escaping her body and this black and red blood splatters out onto the ground, mixing in with the ooze that is this green acid. You also see this golden dragon, this sort of ethereal brass dragon kind of like shooting up gaseous form shooting up out of the back, and as that happens there's also a purple, black, red and green spirit kind of leaving her body. It goes for that. You hear these high-pitched screams. They're just like wailing throughout the whole chamber that's now closed. It's echoing just kind of like as it screams and moves across the floor to the shattered pieces of the hearthstone, like reaching into the hearthstone, and as the shattered pieces can't collect the like lingering screaming pieces of the soul, they start screaming and bouncing out the room, just like all up in your guys' ears, your heads, and then it just kind of vanishes.
What about the bone daddies?
And what about the Harambe?
Hold on.
What about Harambe?
Yeah, right?
Dicks
Fuck
out.
this.
Where is that?
The bone daddies, the bone.
You know what that is?
What is that?
The little chickens that make the weird noise. Have you ever seen that video?
yeah.
Where that guy goes on one and he goes, and he just like pushes them all down, and then it goes.
Oh yeah, where he pushes in the whole bin. Yeah.
I used to send my brother.
Go ahead.
So the flesh golems themselves, they stand up. They go blank. Their arms drop to their sides and they just stand there in sentry. They did move forward a little bit, like where they could actually stand with their heads up. This part of the dome is
Someone go
pretty
roll
high,
yourself in hag smell so they have new mommy.
Do you really want them to be your babies?
I am upgrading.
No,
Fuck
I just ran
Orgorg.
up to
I
the
like
door.
It's like
flesh
Elsa,
demons.
except for they're not snow.
10 HP.
Hey, you.
You guys didn't forget your warlock.
No,
Okay,
that's why I used my
I was
movement
rushing up
action
to take care of you. I
immediately.
almost kicked you in the head, just stumbling over myself, but I managed to stop.
I
We're also
appreciate
standing in acid, I think.
Oh shit.
I am going to make. Wait, are we done
Wait,
with battle?
No, there's like these little
Battle
dudes.
I'm gonna get up and move
can
out
I
of the
do?
acid.
Wait, Travis, can
Yeah.
I do a thing?
Yeah,
Wait, what about
So
these
like,
quick ones?
I grabbed that eyeball I saw bouncing around.
What about these quick
Oh,
ones?
it's
The
in a
jar?
jar.
Oh, did
Yeah,
the quick
grab
links
it.
explode?
Alright, so you pick up the
Oh, yeah,
jar.
they
Sure,
must have, they must
exploded.
have.
They have like
Um,
5 HP.
I know, I couldn't even burn them.
Right.
Did half their HP. They took mortal
You pick up the
wounds.
jar, and inside it you see this like this old greenish translucent liquid. It looks like there's almost like what looks like might be mold kind of on the outsides of this pretty large sized jar with very thick glass around it that seemed to be what saved the eye on the top. Like there's a cork that's just been like
What if it was like
I'm not taking it out.
pushed
the
in,
What?
sealed on
What the
top.
hell is the
When you
kombucha
hold it
thing
out,
called?
the eye
mother.
Scoby. It's a
Scoby.
Scoby.
like
Wait,
the
what?
eye of
I don't know what that
a
is.
large humanoid creature, or larger than usual, a normal size, or not normal size. It's a
Scoby
humanoid
Chimama.
creature that's maybe larger than your usual humanoid creature. And you see it sort of darting around, looking. It looks over at the golems, and it's just kind of like scanning.
Oh, it's maybe it's
Um,
her eye.
Bio flavor.
No, it's actually a bright blue eye. And when you look into the eye itself, as you turn
to where it's looking, it's got like, it almost looks like a blue sky. It's very beautiful. Like it's got those little whole flecks, and inside it's got little gold flecks with like.
Can I roll on her eye to see what it is?
Roll her
It's an
eye.
eye.
Yeah, you wanna go over there and check out the eye too?
Yeah.
While she's doing that,
I roll.
What would I roll?
myself up
Nature?
with prestidigitation.
I already did that. I already did that.
How's
Yo,
Malarkey?
park if you want a seamstress.
I'm a liar.
So we're out of combat? I can get the fuck out of the acid?
Animal
'Cause I'm
handling.
gonna do that.
Can I handle the eye?
I think it would be
Yeah.
Oh, wait, my
Well,
turn.
insight.
But I want to be in the
Because
queue.
it's gonna melt the
Because
floor.
everyone.
Did somebody help
Like
you?
aliens.
I rolled a 22. I rolled a 22 on your
Well, I mean,
eyeball.
the bone is
Sam.
organic
Cha-cha.
material.
John
I rolled a
cast
22
Cure
insight on
Wounds
your eyeball.
And healed me for 10.
I didn't hear you.
I rolled a
John cast Cure
22
Wounds
insight
and
on
healed
your
me for
eyeball.
10.
You sort of notice like the magic,
Just.
a sort of magical aura around it. Watching its movement and seeing its color and the way it reacts to the sort of seemingly undead creatures that are across the room.
I'm gonna go check on.
You gather that it's the eye of a cleric.
He is why you're here.
Ooh,
shit.
Baldrake, is this yours?
What is it? It's the eye of a cleric.
Nope.
No.
Okay,
You
so it's
wave.
a cleric eye. It does, can I tell if it's controlling the bone daddies?
You can tell that it's not controlling them, but it seems to be very panicked about their existence.
Okay. Eye's
What
very
is-
scared of the bone daddies.
Okay.
It's a cleric eyeball. It's blue.
Oh, I thought you said it's mine.
No, well, no, I meant
You
the
can-
eyeball in
It
the
seems
jar.
to be in a
Okay.
panic at the existence of the golems.
It's
themselves.
freaking out about the golems, and it is blue, correct?
Maybe the body's.
You
part
said
of
it's
the
a-
Oh yeah, I forgot in all
Yeah,
the flavor
right.
of everything, but these two definitely tied.
Yeah, I was gonna say they
Yeah.
probably explode.
Maybe,
like
maybe
pretty.
this thing's freaking
Right here,
out because
baby.
its body is part of the golems.
Oh, I thought you were gonna throw it in my mouth. I don't want to.
I see my body. That was
That's
my
what I was
tattoo.
thinking.
What just happened?
Trav threw an M into her mouth and it
Wow, wow, the one.
I threw it really well.
He
Hit
threw
that
a
UV.
wet
He
M&M
threw
all
a
the way at the
20,
back of
and
my
that 20 right down.
Critical.
Alright.
I really
The
like
eyeball is
the
blue.
setup
I'm gonna
on
roll
the
two.
stream.
So
'Cause
I'm
when
gonna
you
put
look
the
at me,
eyeball in
and I
the
look
bag
at you,
holding.
we look at each other
Okay.
on the stream.
Well, that sucks.
Bring
Do
that
I have to look down?
I am rolling for investigation. I just want to scan the
Well, you
room
have to
and
look
see
that
if
way.
there's any potions or anything laying on tables that wasn't destroyed that I can steal.
I would.
Um,
I think we should.
Yeah.
9 plus 9s do 18.
It's right by you.
Yeah, check out the gorilla, dude.
I'm gonna scoop up that gorilla.
so what you find is a box, a black steel box with a
eight-
small amount of dust on it, sitting over sort of near where the reading. It looks like what the reading table was. When you open it up, you see 3 wooden figures.
Oh god.
One of them is Banana, or seems similar to Banana. One of them seems similar to Jaw, and the other one seems similar to Ra.
Banjara.
Yes,
I'm
by
gonna
our
leave
powers
them in the
combined, we
box
are
and
Banjara.
take the box, and I'm gonna put the box in the bag of holding.
Bajara. Okay. I'm gonna
And
go.
how many
You-
things
should I just
did I
burn it?
nick off
You
of
also
the head?
you also have those 2 jars
Everything.
Okay.
and the 8 feet of rope.
Yeah, that
Those
grew.
2 jars also have the clear liquid and the green.
You've
liquid
already
inside.
accidentally killed one character. Let's not make it a habit.
I'm gonna yell at the bone daddies and tell them to go outside. See
They
if
have no reaction to you.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
can
Then
I-
I'm also gonna go over here into her
I'd like to
bedroom.
check out the room to see if there's anything that would be good for poison.
I'm checking out the book.
That's what.
Oh. Where?
Oh, not the book.
Any
You wanna go in the
materials,
room?
liquids, whatnot that'd be good, conducive for toxic materials.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff like that.
Take the
There are
book.
herbs, there are bottles, there are
It
Little
screams when I set it on
tinctures.
fire.
We need 2 investigation.
yeah.
Here's a book full of stuff.
I would say you get
Proficiency in poison.
It gives me a fucking
So-
demonic staff and some moonstock of poison.
Son of a bitch.
no.
I'm
So you
proficient in
get
poison. That's what I was trying
get-
to scam.
you get 3 tinctures of various colored liquids that
Hey,
you'll have
I got
to
some of those.
find out what those are.
Various
Yeah.
I do.
I don't know what they do,
Yeah.
but
You still have her
Um,
little potions.
You get a couple of empty jars.
Not very
You
well.
can also grab a few of the herbs and monster parts off of the dry rack that had previously fallen on top of her head.
Monster parts.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to your room. The fuck's in there? What's
Yeah, I
this?
forgot about her bedroom.
The fuck is that?
Fuck is that?
It looks like in her room,
Gross.
there is a clove of garlic, a small, simple cloth, Are you just checking on? Are you looking
no,
everywhere?
I want to look at this shit.
Oh, you want to look at that shit? Yeah, there's a clove of garlic, a simple cloth, with a sort of like, spell casting designs on top of it. Doesn't look to be any particular any particular thing of interest. To the left of it, it's just decoratively beautiful. It's purple with like sort of gold lace and like pentagrams and witch stuff all over it. And to the left of it is a rolled up, what looks like a piece of a rolled up carpet.
Cool.
Or not a piece, but an actual rolled up carpet.
I'm gonna unroll that carpet. Fuck is in there?
All right, you unroll it, and a magic dust kind of kicks up off it.
Oh, that's chill.
And when it hits the ground, it's got like a really beautiful design. It looks like beyond anything that you've seen in like the Fae. It looks
Beyonce.
No, it looks quite old. It actually looks from what you know of history is a little bit about like when dwarves kind of did dominate the land, and even in the time before them,
Totally.
part of the land. You notice the markings on it are sort of like that beginnings, like thousands of years before dwarves themselves actually had control of the southern half of Falcrest.
Alright.
So
Yo,
it is, and it's got ancient.
Baldric, come in here and look at this dust. I found some dwarf shit.
I got some really tiny stones I need you to check
I don't know
out.
anything about dwarves.
Yeah, because he's a foster kid.
Oh my
He was
god.
There you
raised
go.
by a tiefling that beat him
Learn
with a
about your
stick.
life with this dust on the floor.
Learn. Scatter the bones. Breathe.
That is a really nice carpet.
There's
Here,
also
all
a
all
really
that
cool
remains of the stories
magic.
of your people.
There's a pretty cool magic scarf in here that I don't
I
want
like
to touch.
scarves.
If
They're
anyone wants
fashionable.
it, you want it?
Oh wait, this was bad last time.
Yeah, no
I gotta
more.
identify.
There's like some magic shit on it, and I don't really want to touch it, but it looks pretty.
This is my
Just so you guys know.
How's my danger sense? Is there anything going on around me? Dangery?
Hold on just a sec. Got so many things going on here. So
Yeah.
you're checking out the carpet.
I want to check out.
Yeah,
okay,
the
yeah,
dust
I'm
that
checking
came
out
out
the
of the
carpet.
carpet, yeah.
Yeah, you
Am I
see
not
it. It's
here, you guys?
Oh, not here, you guys. It's your birth parents.
Carpet?
Oh, the dust.
it's 6 by 9 feet.
That's a pretty good sized carpet.
Yeah. And you do see some of the sort of dwarven rune
Mm-hmm.
symbols on it.
Oh.
As you come up and you come near it, you notice that the runes sort of glow a little bit, and it picks up off the ground slightly.
Ooh, flying carpet. Snap.
Why don't you
Snap it.
come with me
Get that
to
shit.
Hang on, if it's a flying carpet, then it's not technically a carpet, it's a rug.
Can I roll like a
Carpet
history
stapled to
check
the
on
floor.
that?
A history check?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in there too. Can I roll insight on the carpet?
Can I go in there and roll Arcana on the carpet?
9.
Roll insight on
It's
it.
a pretty neat
I
carpet.
don't
Is
know.
it trustworthy?
I don't know. I just want to know, like, if I know
What kind of
anything
life
about
is
it.
it led?
All right. Okay. What should I roll on
Carpet
it?
one.
Can we,
Good
is it
enough.
friendly?
Good enough to bring us in
Arcana?
friendly.
I rolled
Okay,
a 10
If anyone
for
is
Arcana.
proficient, yeah.
Fine.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
roll.
proficient in
I'll
Arcana.
roll Arcana. I got a
Um,
19.
It is, you recognize it as the magic that glows around it as the carpet of flame.
Nice.
Oh
I'm about to
shit!
say, if
You
someone has
got
to
it.
ask the bard that has jack of all trades and a fuckload of proficiencies to identify the carpet, I can. But I'm currently going through poisons.
Oh,
So
whatever. I rolled a 19 on
nice.
the carpet. Anyway.
Yeah. It has a
Without
flying
you.
speed of up to 30 feet, and it can carry 800 pounds.
Nice. That's like half of our crew.
Collectively,
We got
I
some
would.
fat
dude.
asses. is the problem.
Who's a fat ass?
We're
Not me.
okay. We're okay. The
Yeah.
problem
Yeah.
starts getting pretty spicy with the three of you.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm only 186 pounds.
And you're the lightest of the three of you.
How much do I weigh?
Which is where things start getting to be a
I
problem.
gotta take a piss break here.
I weigh.
You guys want to do a
I weigh
break?
200.
Yeah, just
Also,
take a
I
regular break.
Don't
We
know-
might
Yeah, that's what I mean. Take a
220.
break.
That's already too
But
high.
also, I don't
You
know how we
two
slip
cannot.
back into battle
You two
music.
are the only two
They're
characters.
they're all fucking fat. I mean,
These-
they're not
Yeah.
actually
I'm
fat.
200
They're not actually fat.
Beachy.
They're beefy boys.
Beefy
And
I'm
girls.
actually
I'm
very
113
small.
pounds. I'd like to have you know.
I'm pretty small.
Yes.
For a Dragon Ball,
By-
I'm the
by
lightest
standards.
one.
I'm 5'9" and 186
You gotta
pounds.
be
I'm 5'10" and 113
No,
pounds.
Yeah, I was gonna
5
say
feet
like
tall
I'm
and like
5'8" and like
230.
Alright.
You're
50 pounds. Like
You're fucking gone. You broke
we
out
got
of
like
Auschwitz.
tail a little bit higher.
Which is horrible because you have a
30 more
constitution of
pounds.
18.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
how he got out.
He's the healthiest.
It
He's
makes
the,
no sense. This is what
This is
happens when
like-
you roll characters instead of build them.
yeah, he's
5'9"
like-
and 100. comic protest.
Right?
The what?
Freeze.
And we're back!
Hopefully, after you send that, we didn't just get blocked in China.
Right. We're already
Oh, you're
blocked
getting rid of the
from
box.
China.
Probably.
I'm just throwing the box down by Travis's feet so you can just worry
We
about
want to
that.
get blocked by China to start posting Winnie the Pooh all over the place. So I love that.
You just blocked. We got
Foot
blocked right
pedals for your
there.
banjo.
Can't even talk about it.
Yeah, they love that.
Pianjo.
Ooh, are those skinny mints?
What? Are you serious?
Skinny peps.
The person
Behind
who was
Ivan.
supervising the child selling these, aka the person selling these, recommended.
Oh shit! Let me get.
Oh
Right?
shit!
She did recommend that.
No,
I
let me
forgot.
get. I got a thin mint. Let me
Her
get
name
this.
was Ryan, so if you love it, you guys can thank Ryan.
Yeah, what did you
Thanks, Ryan.
What you got there, babe?
I don't
Jim's
like coconuts,
niece.
so I can't.
Jim's niece is like the cookie master.
Cookie Monster.
Coral. She is the Girl Scout cookie master.
Why?
Does she hook it up with free ones?
Well,
No, we buy them.
Fuck no, that girl hustles.
Yeah, dude. No one gives those things away for free.
Like,
Well, actually,
Alright. It's
Petra
alright.
just
It's alright.
babysat today, and she got 2 boxes
Well,
of
that's not free.
cookies for babysitting. But she
Jenny
didn't
does.
make money for them.
So it's a transaction.
especially
Yeah, it was a
because she probably
transaction.
just
Right.
got the
I
coronavirus.
like them separate. For
Is it good together?
Excellent together.
I'd say
it's like a
just,
Samoa with some minty and extra
Yeah,
crunch.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd say it's like nothing exceptional. I mean,
Those
Ryan,
ones are
take
my
your
favorite. The
suggestions,
coconut
but-
one.
I actually
Sure.
prefer them separate.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And then Girl
We
Scout
gotta
Cookie
share, like,
reviews.
we do not endorse them.
At Ryan Girl Scout Cookies US 2020.
I like those ones frozen. Thin mint.
Suggestion?
Yeah,
Sucked.
Thin Mint's cold.
So we had already
Samoa's
bought
not.
the boxes. We're not buying more
I actually
because you
like
said
Samoa's
that.
frozen solid.
I
Yeah,
feel
Or like
like
they shatter when you bite them.
Yeah.
I
on
should've
the
done
East
that. That
Coast,
sounds so
we called
good.
them coconut.
It gives you the extra crunch,
That's
but without the mint.
Because it's the
Dude.
one thing that has coconut in it that I
Why
would
the
eat.
fuck do you call them Samoas? That
I
doesn't
don't
make
know.
sense.
Because
They
they
are-
used to be called Samoans,
We always called
but
them.
then they decided that was a bad idea.
Really?
Yeah.
The Rock said he was going to take some people.
Back when my
down to-
sister was a Girl
Oh,
Scout,
because
they
they're
were
coconut. I
Samoans.
get it.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
We
though.
used to call them coconut delights.
They were
always.
Samoas. They totally were. Holy
Weird
shit.
smell.
Here's what's dope. Take those like Hostess chocolate covered donuts.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Get some dark milk chocolate or hot chocolate, and get a nice little cup mug of dark chocolate mug, whatever hot
Dark
chocolate
drinking
stuff.
What the fuck are you talking
chocolate.
about?
It's
Yeah,
Kentucky
dude, you have
cooking!
I'm tripping over my words. I'm tripping over my words.
Get a
Hot
cup
chocolate.
of mud.
Okay, I have a fucking mug of hot chocolate.
Hot
What
chocolate.
next?
Hot chocolate. The Hostess spongy like donuts.
Ho ho or a ding dong?
The
No,
one,
no, no, the
I
donuts.
said ho
The
ho.
donuts that are covered in chocolate.
You're
Yeah,
thinking of
Spongy.
donuts.
Snowballs.
Yeah, that little.
The chocolate covered
Like,
donuts.
The ones that are
Single
covered in
pack.
chocolate wax.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and you
Yes.
squeeze them and it falls off.
You bite out like a small piece of it so that the sponge is exposed,
Mhm.
and then you dip it into the hot chocolate so that the sponge gets ripe with hot chocolate, and the exterior begins to melt, and then you bite it. And it's
And
fucking
it's an
amazing.
American biscotti.
That's great.
Now that's classic.
It's better than whatever Ryan suggested.
Dunkin' Donuts.
It's probably better than what Ryan suggested. Fuck you, Ryan.
I'm pretty
I do
sweet
not
lady.
look familiar.
Never seen my ass again.
Components S.
This is like.
Somatic.
Well, we know it's called the caramel delight in
Somatic.
some
Means
places.
you gotta-
And
Somatic.
Samoa and others.
I thought it was
No
verbal.
one seems
No,
sure
that's-
why
no,
it's
V.
called Samoa.
V is verbal.
I wrote down in my crazy description, and I was like, listen. I don't know. That's
might
why
have.
I'm saying I
You
don't
know
know
what?
how you.
I might have said that at some point because I was.
Said, who do
wrong
I
that,
believe?
and it
It's just a
wasn't true.
made-up spell, anyways. What?
Every spell is a made-up spell.
Everyone.
What?
How dare you?
Caramel delights.
Jesus
and
clearly
Samoas
resurrected.
are slightly different.
What?
Maya?
You blown my mind
Liar.
about this cookie I've never heard of before today.
Wait,
heard of
Jesus
it.
got
Here's
the
the
right
difference.
what?
And it's it's just
Some
at
guy
any
with
time.
leprosy.
You wanna hear my
June
favorite?
is
Like,
at any
Leprosy
time.
is so
Girl Scout
fucking
cookie.
hard. Bless your soul.
my favorite like amoral Jesus joke to
Yeah.
offend people with that tickles me still to this day.
Mhm.
Why do women
They're
like
just-
Jesus?
I think they're
Uh-oh.
just made by different
He's hung like
suppliers.
this.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
That's funny.
I heard that one before.
Me
That's all right.
I've heard that one before.
Listen,
know
listen.
that
It's
one.
not original. It's not creative.
Yeah.
But thinking,
Kills it at Sunday school though.
yeah, thinking about Jesus with a huge dick amuses me. So you know, thinking Jesus has a
Kills it
dick
at
as long
Sunday
as his
school.
body's pretty dope. So whatever.
Did they
I'd see
nail
why
that to
people
the
would
cross?
follow him.
Hello.
Like honestly,
Nailed
if you,
it.
it's like this guy's got a dick that's 5 feet long. Like, all right, let's see what he does.
Yeah.
Then would you use the head of the nail to?
5
Alright,
feet long is a
probably.
lot.
So,
I don't know, but you could nail
did
the
everyone
head.
get to do all the discovering that they wanted to do?
No, I wanna
No, we're not done.
investigate this book a little bit.
Yeah.
The one that screamed when I started to set it on fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wanna like see what the little Harambe Jr. is doing.
You gotta have
Alright.
someone caring about the babies, because
Yeah, I'll check on
Because
little.
this one clearly doesn't care about babies anymore.
I'll check on little Junior.
Julian.
this one's got ripped away into the void.
Listen, I know that
Lost
he's
all
probably
sense of
used,
So-
used to hearing music, so I'll start
Scent,
strumming some
unicorn
tunes.
scent.
You
into
literally
the void.
considered leaving her with the frog.
That's
people
after
who
she got
didn't eat
sucked
her.
into the void. Broke my heart, and I
It
hardened
had
it
been
right up.
half an
I
hour.
hardened it right
Just
up.
Yep.
In a
It
minute.
took that quick
I'm not a
for
mom
my heart to
anymore.
harden.
Oh shit! Freedom!
Kaz's heart hardened.
Got tired of being a parent real
Freedom.
quick.
The freedom of that.
So the book,
Like, I love children,
It
except for
is-
when they're near me.
it is charred to almost pieces.
Okay.
A lot of the
Nice.
pages are burnt up.
Probably better.
Except
Yeah.
Nice.
this
Yeah.
is going on the table just in
As you flip
case.
through the pages,
Just
you
in
see
case.
that most of them are destroyed. It does still have sort of a magical
It's okay, my
glow
shit
about it.
is organized. Is it? Yeah.
As you flip through, it is.
Oh shit. Come through my window.
It does have some markings across some of the pages. Some of them are pictures, little circles, symbols. Some of them seem to be some sort of lettering, really spiky on the ends. A very
Is it abyssal?
no,
Bishold.
Oh.
it's not.
Okay.
I've either never heard that word.
What is
If
it?
anyone's proficient in history and is looking at the book, they
I can read
I
anything.
am
You
proficient
can
in
read
history.
anything?
Weirdly
Yeah, Eyes
enough.
of the Runekeeper.
I've never used
legitimately
it.
his like catchphrase. He says it almost
can
once.
read.
I'm here, Baldric. Yo, what you got, homie? Oh, cool.
this
I have
is
rolled
my
a
book.
4. Literally every time I've rolled this fucking dice so far.
Throw it,
Alright.
Travis. Try to get a new d20.
I have the whole jar over here somewhere. Oh, no, I didn't get it.
I'm just
I
being
lied.
dramatic. I don't
But yeah.
honestly
I have
care.
two.
Oh, I
Wasn't
put
great
that
either.
one, that pink one
Yeah,
near you.
too.
At least,
Where I
at
am.
least once a session, sometimes
I put that
unprovoked,
pink
Malarkey
and
will
green
chime
one near
in and
you,
say,
too.
I can
Alright.
read everything.
So you
forget
can
color?
literally read everything.
Ooh,
Can read all writing.
As long as it's written down, you
Let
can
me-
read
let
it.
I
me
rolled
go
a
get the
10. Yeah, I
direct-
rolled 6 plus 4.
Yeah,
What
I'm
if
gonna
that
double
means he
check on
only
that.
understands the pronunciation?
While
of
he's
the
looking
thing
that
off
up,
the head?
Raw,
So how you read it? I'll know what it says.
actually right in front of where you are, after the hag went
Again?
ethereal and moved, Harambe Jr. dropped into the chair, kind of plopping down
Try
and
again.
stayed there. And he's just been kind of sitting there to himself, not really moving from the chair. and
You
watching
can
what's
read
going on.
all writing. That's
That's all
full
it says.
description.
You can read all writing.
Doesn't leave much to argue
Shortest description in the page.
I had no
So you wouldn't-
question to the validity of this because when you had no idea how D&D worked, you'd still say, "I can
Wait.
read all right."
I have the ritual spell.
about. Yep, it takes 10 minutes to do.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying,
Uh-huh.
anyway. Right. So, guys,
So,
cool
what-
thing I can do is I can like talk to animals, and I can do like a ritual spell to like be like, hey, can I use you? So I could like use the
Hey, are you?
What do you have to
Yeah.
speak with
Can I
animals?
use you?
No, it's like
Sure, man.
I only need you for
I,
like
I have
5
speak with
minutes.
animals also.
I'm not gonna ask
Okay.
any questions.
But what's the,
That's
I
all.
also have
specific
plus 6
thing
to
you
animal
do? Is it
handling.
it's a ritual.
She
So
has
it's like
two.
it's like
She
a
has
10
speak
minute
with
thing.
animals, and she has beast sex.
And I'm not using it. I'm just saying.
It sounded
I
like
love that.
It's like a Beastmaster, where you're like,
beast mode. I heard sex as well.
But like if banana, but yo banana,
beast sex.
yo banana, if you can speak to this little baby gorilla,
Yeah,
maybe
banana, you got some.
that might be a good idea.
efficiency. I've run out of money.
Yeah, I also want to look at the bookshelf. I'm down to talk. I'm down to talk to the.
Like, listen,
You're like, hey, what's up?
Moronic Junior sounds
Alright,
like great
I'm
company.
gonna go over
However,
and just
However,
grab
I'd
up
like to check out these books.
I'm gonna
he's
grab
a
the
baby
gorilla and
it
hold
can
it
literally rip my arms off.
Yeah.
because I'm
And
really good
still.
with animals. I
Like,
think.
I can talk to animals, but I'm not too charismatic, so it's usually a bad idea.
Yeah, I have bad charisma, but I also
That would be intelligence.
am a ranger.
Who's got a dope intelligence check?
So animals are
nobody
chill.
now.
+2.
I'm just gonna pick
no
up.
one has
I'm
intelligence.
gonna walk over here,
Our
Nobody
wizard
has high
died.
intelligence.
look at
I
the
have
bookshelf,
good intelligence.
pick up the gorilla while I'm looking at the titles of the books on the bookshelf.
My investigation,
yeah,
however,
you
is
pick
not
up little
proficient.
Harambe Jr., not so little, taking up
Baby
both your
gorilla
arms.
sized.
Yeah.
Okay,
300
I,
pounds of baby gorilla.
Kid gorilla size, yeah.
Kid Gorilla, dude, that's like a
and,
rap name.
When you walk over to the bookshelf, you see just an assortment of what looks like journals and logs.
Okay, do I see anything that like catches my eye that I'm like, oh shit, like anything in draconic or any kind of weird shit like with her dragon fucking smoke shit or any reason why my miniature would be in her box?
Right? You're like, yo, what has she been doing? If it's journals,
Like,
there
There
you
are,
go.
there are
Shit.
volumes and volumes of
Yeah, but I mean, I
what
just wanna,
journals
like-
that she's written.
I want to like scan and see if there's anything on a spine that I'm like, oh shit. Nothing like pops out that's like weird.
No, in the nature of journals, I mean, really, it's just a bunch of leather
Okay,
wrapped
what the
pages.
fuck is that?
That one's open.
Yeah, I'm about to go over here with the gorilla.
That looks like the most current iteration of the
Cool.
stock. of
What's
Dear diary.
Can I read? Yeah. Can I read the most recent
Today
page?
I ate gorilla.
Um,
I'm
Thinking of having
Can you
it
read
tomorrow
Infernal?
as well.
Can you read Infernal?
Resurrect, eat.
Yo,
Resurrect,
Malarkey.
Yeah.
This most recent page of diary is
Yes.
Infernal.
I
Can
can
you
read
read it for me?
Infernal.
Sure.
Oh yeah, you too.
I can read
eat.
it.
Too late, you're
He
standing
can
on
read
a dining room
everything.
chair.
All right, I want to hear it.
Hot
What you
lava,
got?
the floor's lava.
Okay.
I'm just gonna relay this to y'all.
Yeah, say it out loud.
Yeah. I'll say it. And then
I'm dumb, so I have to read it out loud.
He can read all writings, he just has problems understanding.
Infernal journal.
Infernal
Yeah.
on the right is a blank page, and on the left is sort of the last writing that was written down, and it basically says something to the effect of, if there's a chance that the newcomers to the Fae can bring me back to the material plane, then I may in fact be able to establish myself back into the real world.
Too late for that.
Sucks, bitch.
Well,
Let me know how the spirit world works.
Maybe she should have been a little bit more forthcoming.
I want to steal your hopes and dreams.
I'll be-
Gotta trade for now.
Yeah.
Like maybe be a little
Yeah,
bit.
no, like that's what hags do. Like
I
we don't
also-
want her going back to
Probably
the material
not.
That's
world.
just what hags.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
called,
Hey,
called
our
I wanna
home's
steal your
called
innocence.
Steal your heart.
Midtown.
it's called a spoonful of honey, man. Take it with the medicine.
Okay, that's
She didn't want
boring.
me-
Right,
And I
so-
want to go over here.
That's
what,
boring.
What the fuck is that?
That's the
that
same.
is actually something you really only see from the outside.
Okay.
What?
It's the
what did it
creature
look
that
like
she
from
What
the
you're
lives
looking
outside?
in.
at is a wall.
Okay, so
Chromadelia.
that's a horn on
Snake.
the outside.
Yeah, what's the
Okay.
what's the penis?
That's one of the things that you saw approaching. It actually was this gnarly horn kind of spiraling upward outside.
All right, cool.
Was London
Are there
built?
eye
He
sockets
asked
like
me
on
a
the
question
top?
about
Yeah.
penis, which
Can
is
I like
this.
look in them? Like what do I
Is
see
there a
looking
window
up?
to look at?
I know. I actually
You
don't
see
know
the
what these
penis
things
Those
guy.
are.
eyes.
Okay,
some
so
of
they're
the-
just like skylights.
the
kind of?
moonlight
What are
itself
these
coming through and a
things
little
up
piece of the
here?
moon.
They're like
You're not
swamp-
outside. You don't.
You know, like in like the swamps, they have like the things sticking out where
Do
the
you guys-
alligators hang out.
Do you guys
guys
want to
still
go
talking about
out?
Spits of land.
Yes.
This reminds me of like the shit in Waterboy.
Sandbars.
I've never seen Waterboy.
It's such a tragedy
I
that you
don't
just said that.
remember Waterboy.
I mean, it's a glorious movie. I don't know. If you've seen it.
I remember
I
someone
mean-
dies.
There's just like some
Straight
like
up
See Buscemi
glorious.
blows up.
No.
There's just
No,
like some
different
like
film.
Different film.
some like bayou fucking weird shit. Like
Bobby
there's-
Boucher.
Yeah.
I don't even think anyone dies
Kathy
in that movie.
Bates.
So
Yeah,
good.
we were thinking about Happy Gilmore. Bob's dies.
Bob Barker.
No, not Bob Barker.
You suck,
You're
jazz.
thinking of Chris Farley, and it's very sad that he's no longer
Why
with
can't I
us.
think of his name? Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, that's Rocky
Cody
2.
2012.
Close. What the hell is his name?
He's in Predator.
Alright. I'm already over here. What the fuck is this
This is a
shit?
dumb conversation. I want to go see. I want to go see something.
What's happening?
What am I doing?
Various materials that's already been pillaged by Wyla. What's left?
Sorry,
is
what
just-
was this?
That was the
Burned
book.
out.
That
I
was
should
a
be
book.
over by that.
Oh yeah,
I
it
should
is
What
like-
I was gonna read?
yeah. Before you started reading that one.
I should
You
be
are
by
over
that.
there. Do you want to check out the like little mini,
Sorry, Banana's just really bossy, and honestly, sometimes I feel
She's
need.
kind of a big
What?
the
deal.
little like mini fucking
I feel like I need to impress her.
This is where the little fuckers came from. Right?
yeah, the little fucking quickling land over there.
It's a
like the
mini area.
the dollhouse.
Oh, we should put our own dolls in the dollhouse.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
Where we're at. And that'll be just like the big thing on the small thing.
That's fine with me
Who
because
did
I
they
don't
have dolls
one.
of? Oh yeah, they had dolls of
Ja
me, you,
Ra
and
and
So are you picking up the book?
Ja
and reading
Ra
it?
Ja Ra
Can I
Ra.
leave it there and read it?
Ja Ra Ja.
You can, yeah.
Alright, I'm not gonna pick it up, but I'm gonna read it.
All right.
Yeah,
so
it looks.
And I'm
pretty
reading it out loud because I'm dumb.
okay.
Just like the Necronomicon. Yeah, good idea.
All right. So as you read it out loud,
incantation.
No.
Don't
Every-
speak these words aloud.
everyone else hears like ramblings such as like.
Oh, sick.
Can he read it aloud in common?
You can.
Malarkey, we not wait. Is it Inferno?
Mhm.
I understand that.
Okay.
Cool.
Yo, can I get
Translate that.
What did he say?
Malarkey's reading it aloud, and I'm translating it, I guess, because he doesn't understand. He should read it aloud in common.
All right.
This is important, I better write it down.
You're about to curse off.
The sleeper has awakened.
Right on the honey paper.
Oh my god. Yeah, no shit. We've already got some weird
Wait,
shit
what
written
is he
on the back of
reading?
that.
He's reading the book that.
The screaming book.
Necronomicon
He's
Ex
reading
Mortis is
out
what he's
loud
reading.
from the Necronomicon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wait, this is the Necronomicon?
Probably.
It's
With
Malarkey.
our luck.
Wait, what am
I I know this book.
Necronomicon
Is it bound
Ex
in
Mortis,
flesh
the book of the
and
dead.
not leather?
it's bound in leather. I mean, leather can be made of anything.
Is it
That's
really
not helpful.
blood?
Leather's just animal flesh. We're animals.
Yep.
Is it
yep.
tanned or is it human flesh? Does it look like people's skin?
Could be.
Alright,
As
well,
far as
I'm
you can
gonna
tell.
pick it up and read it then.
All right.
Because I'm keeping this thing.
Yeah. As you pick it up and hold it in your hands, you start reading it again, sort of. And sort of dark energy like flows around you, and the golems themselves start to like move and shift.
Oh,
shit.
Looking towards
That's what I
thought. Looking towards you.
Daddy.
Is
Sweet. I think.
I hope.
So do I know what he's saying then?
Yes.
What was he saying? So I can.
Hey, what was I saying? I can read it, but I can't.
You can't necessarily understand it, right? I don't know how that works. What the fuck?
I
I think
believe
it's just so
it's
you can read
intended
anything,
so that
yeah.
you can understand.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
so too.
Actually, but it's funny.
But it's
so
funnier
who
if
knows?
So yeah, you hear flesh fiend, find the fire. Flesh fiend, live in pyre. Souls of the dark, come conspire. Flesh fiend, find the fire.
It just sounds
Over
like
and
some
over.
techno bullshit, man. Like, I mean, if I'm being honest, it sounds like some washed up lyrics that I heard from like a few kingdoms over.
Goth
It's like
raves.
a really weird thing that they got into.
The same,
Meat monsters are moving.
That's
the same,
not
the
good.
same
Monster.
glowing
It's time to
energy.
meet these monsters, I guess.
The same glowing energy, dark that's coming from the book is also now glowing around the flesh golems.
Alright.
Nice. You could probably use his burn book to control them.
Well,
the burn book?
Malarkey, have you ever
We're
wanted
about
to
to
be a
find out.
dad?
Mean Girls.
Have you just wrote the burn book?
The burn book.
You want to be a dad? I mean, I think you got 2 kids here.
I mean,
Oh, look at them. They're so cute.
I don't think I'm ready for fatherhood. My first thing that comes to mind is to make them fight to the death and
I'll be
take
honest.
whichever one survives
As
and
best
is
As you say
stronger.
fight to the death, you see them turn towards each other and just start slamming into each other. Not necessarily in the poetic way that you would hope for a boxing match, but in this sort of like dull thud,
Like birds hitting
back
the
and
window.
forth,
Ugh.
as if like two kids are just like having
Like
a punching
two
contest
drunk
to see
people
who can
slap
outlast
fighting?
each other.
Are they both like corpse golems?
Yeah.
They're
that-
both
Okay.
supposed to be flesh
Meat
golems.
monster.
Yeah, they're kind of grossing me out actually. I mean, if they weren't made of corpses, I'd say like
It's
right
The
just
in-
hear this,
noises,
like-
can you imagine the noises?
It's just a lot of
I
slapping
think
noises.
Batter.
I think this one is actually a
I'm just
Pathfinder.
gonna go over here and not
Bone
look at this.
Either way, it's fucking
It's kind of
cool.
upsetting me.
This is not inspiring me to write any new material.
I mean, I got
Really
plenty of
sad
material.
songs.
You guys can stop now. Don't actually want that.
You know, if we, it's,
There's a lot of bad slaps.
and then they just stop staring at each other.
There's a lot of responsibility.
I'm just.
They could be useful.
If they weren't
Put them in the
gigantic
bag of holding.
golems created by dead corpses, I would say we could ride on their backs, and that would be pretty cool. But like, I don't want to ride on the back of a series of dead things.
We
that
have a
become
magic
animated,
carpet and
so-
two flesh.
We could put the golems on
The carpet.
the carpet, so
I think
we don't
I'm
have
probably
to.
too heavy.
That's a really nice carpet for that wet, stinking mound.
Did you
of-
take the carpet?
I thought you
What
had the
carpet?
carpet.
I don't have the carpet. That's
Well,
not
I'm
my
gonna go
dwarf
get the
shit.
carpet.
Yeah, get the
Alright,
carpet.
you guys want fucking
Magic
walk it
carpet.
out.
Oh, we found a magic carpet.
Yeah, it's a carpet of flying. Not to be
It
confused with a
is-
flying carpet, which is a far more generic term.
It can fly 30 feet high
Okay.
and hold 800
No, it flies
pounds.
at 30 speed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Flies.
Which is like 30 different gears.
wow.
You guys
Yeah.
are like, you guys are probably too heavy.
I think it has overdrive.
I'm
Well,
not.
It's pretty
either
sweet.
way, dude, it's Baldrick's
I
like
could ride it by
dwarf-ass
myself.
carpet.
I'm not like weight shaming anyone, but
Hello.
How heavy are you,
I'll
girl?
hear a
220.
follow-up to that.
I could ride it with Baldric.
All right, I'm gonna add up all of our weight.
Alone, or the rest of us four could write it.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it.
I mean, I'll be
One
honest.
two ratio.
I'll be honest. There's
I
a
weigh
chance-
about 115
There's
pounds.
a chance
Okay.
5 of us could write.
What are you
One of
at,
you
dude?
just- I don't know.
Mariah?
You're fat.
Depending on how large of a meal
I think I'm 93.
and how recently I used the
Let
bathroom.
me check though.
Jesus.
I'm a little baby. 91.
Oh god. Okay, -2.
I'm a little baby.
-2.
What are you at?
I'm 148.
Found
Not
it.
this hard. All right.
That's going to be at 574.
No.
Yeah, little
600,
lightweights.
right?
Lightest.
No, because you're
No,
not carrying
you're right,
the one.
A little heavier. A little heavier.
All right,
And
so
the
I got-
heavyweights, the lightest one is 180 something. So
I got raw. I got
Combos.
wild. I got.
How heavy are my flesh golems?
Who's 148?
Heavy.
Who's 148? You?
yeah.
Ja. All right. What are you at?
Probably close to
200.
600 pounds.
200.
Alright, so I can put one of them.
You're a heavy little motherfucker.
God damn it.
You
More
could ride. You
something.
could ride away with
Sure.
one foot. Peace out.
I can show
you
They're like big ass dudes, but they're like like a big ass dude smashed down into
It's
5 feet
beautiful.
tall.
Malarkey
So we're at
vision Malarkey just making out with the
774
flesh
without
golems, floating around the Feywild over the swamp.
So
The
romantic.
moon
luck.
swinging back and forth.
Yeah. You could just be the new night hack. Except for you could maybe make out with the flesh golem. It'd be pretty gross.
Hmm.
I'm gonna search for treasure.
You could really spin the heads of
What do you
slipping
think,
water.
Maya? What's the number?
We're at 960 total.
Depends on who you define
Because
treasure.
I can do math.
There are plenty of wayward parts, broken jars.
I'm not interested
Made a
in
mess,
broken
pretty much anything.
jars.
We could just
Um,
we could just
You
shove
got any diamonds?
What the fuck?
one of
It's-
you heavy fuckers into the bag of holding, and every 9 minutes take you out so you can get your breath of
Deep
air.
breath and back
And the
in
carpet
back
just
in.
takes a real
don't
big
think-
dip for that breath of air.
9 minutes of
back up.
flying, park it, pull them out.
Then it's
Push it back
With
in.
all due respect,
What do
Ja,
you-
I don't
I mean,
think
you
that's
gotta
how
remember to
oxygen
say, well,
deprivation
currency
works.
is a little different here.
9
You gotta
minutes
kinda
off,
specify
1
what
minute
you're looking
on
No, no, no,
air.
no.
D&D
There's
rules.
10 minutes of oxygen in
So-
the bag.
if this
You
were
can
my
breathe- you can breathe it for
lair,
10 minutes
there would
in
be
the
a
back.
place
You
that
can
I would
breathe for
keep
10
my
minutes in the back?
treasure.
I thought you just
Yes.
died after 10
No,
minutes
no,
and
no,
suffocated.
I'm looking
in the
for
back.
No, there's
that.
10 minutes of air in
The
the back.
place that she keeps
treasure
her
in the
full.
Feywild,
Right.
as far as you've noticed, are things like a lock of hair, someone else's encouragement, the hate of a foe,
Hey,
the
So you take that with you, and
That's
then
what
when
I'm
you leave the
looking for.
Feywild,
It's like I
it
give
turns
encouragement.
into
Some
gold.
weird shit.
Baldric, someone will love you someday despite you being short and weird.
so
That's nice, thanks.
Good luck.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
I write you a
I'm
video.
I'm looking for like their treasure chests
Where's
or
your
whatever,
stash,
wherever they
bruh?
keep their
Alright,
weird ass
who's
shit.
going
Yeah, where
on
does she
a-
keep her
What
collection
you need
of
is
locks
fucking
of hair?
toenails.
And
Utter toenails.
encouragement.
I think that we need to do this like The Office and do a collective weight loss mission.
Listen, I don't think I can lose much weight.
All right, I'll work on it.
Well, this flying carpet only flies
93
at like.
pounds.
91.
We don't need to lose weight.
It's gonna be like that episode of Frasier where like
Like
the
a-
entire office is like trying to lose weight and then, like
Go
he
ahead and
steps
roll
on
a
the scale
D20.
and it like tips it over so it like weighs even more than it started.
What's Frasier?
Yeah.
This is some show about a dog, I think.
It's like Cheers, but
You
not.
would know that, right?
What's Cheers?
Go ahead and roll a
It's
d20.
Seattle Cheers.
For investigation?
Ruh-roh.
Okay.
That's a good
It's
number.
still a 6.
Uh-oh.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just looking for treasure.
Finding toenails?
Yes.
Okay.
And hair.
I look for toenails.
I
Go
am
ahead
hella
and
proficient
roll.
in investigation dubs. And I only found 2 bottles.
I don't know that I want to find nightcap toenails.
And a chest full of your voodoo.
I know where we can find 10 of them.
Oh my god. Ah.
So guys, I remember seeing a boat. Do any of you guys want to go check out the Penis Island?
Hey, where's the magic carpet?
You
And want to take a trip to Penis Island?
find
I'm serious though.
you find
When he
a
drew it, I explore it.
small lock of golden hair underneath her pillow.
Under her pillow?
Oh,
See, now that's the kind of treasure I'm looking for.
Yeah. Really emotionally charged stuff. you
Yeah,
know?
under her
Yeah,
pillow.
it's probably her
Smell it.
hair before she turned into
Charlie's
fucking
Angels.
hideous mutant.
Whoa,
You know.
whoa. Just because she's ugly doesn't mean she's a mutant.
Yeah, she was probably born
That
that way.
guy's so weird. What the fuck?
Is the rug in her room? Have they actually taken it yet?
Yeah,
Yeah, Baldric has
I
it.
think he's
Baldur's
dragging
got
it.
it.
I
Baldur.
offered for them to put it in the bag of holding, but
Well,
they're not sure.
I'm sure a rug.
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
really nice.
Alright, here. Someone's gonna take a look at it. And
I think he got most of his hair singed off in that dragon attack.
Oh my god, you're like
I
5
didn't
pounds
comment.
lighter.
Is he gonna try and put the blonde hair in his hair?
No, I just
Yeah, what do you
put
want
it
to? What do you want to do with me?
I'm gonna put it
9:55,
in
baby.
Dude, eat it.
my little pouch.
Dude, eat it.
Just gonna put it.
This isn't My Hero Academia. He's not gonna come one for all, dude.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. You're
What's
just,
that?
Damn.
Both on table and above table.
A shad.
You don't want to
It's an
investigate it or anything.
weeb.
Alright,
Man, you guys
I'll-
have bags full of
And
stuff, and you
That's a
have
good
no
call.
idea
Alright,
what the
I'm gonna
fuck it does.
examine
does.
this golden lock of hair.
I am gonna get the magic carpet from him, and just time we go outside and start riding it.
So on the
You guys want to ride the magic carpet to
I'm
the
on-
Penis Island, and I'll go on the
sliding,
boat?
I'm sliding out.
so
Yeah,
you
you
find
know if it just works right
I think
away.
that's all collapsed.
you find in the ribbon holding it
Mm,
together
that sounds
a
okay.
reference to an index in one of the journals over on the shelf. where
Well,
all
let's
the
cross-reference
journals
this motherfucker.
are. You go over to the bookshelf.
Belong to Jackson Longhair.
You find
The man
you
with
find
the
the proper
longest
journal
hair
and open
in
it to
town.
the page. Underneath it, you find a marking where
Jackson Long.
John Aaron!
That's
you
not
find
his
you
birthday.
find a marking that denotes a
Ah!
something that you can't read. Do you speak
Uh-oh.
Infernal?
Jesus, I cry every time.
No,
Sorry.
it's
Alright, buddy.
Doesn't
Right.
anyone speak
She writes
Infernal?
and speaks in Infernal.
yeah, it's
I'm
not
outside playing on
infernal.
the magic carpet. So.
But I found
I
the
have
journal
2
and
languages that I
the.
haven't.
Yeah, you found the journal. You
Yeah.
can take the journal. You
Alright,
find a little mark.
I'm gonna take the journal and I'm gonna bring it over to Malarkey and be like, hey, you can read anything, right?
Uh-oh.
That is kind of my thing, yeah.
What does this say?
It says.
It says that it's a golden lock of hair from a paladin that traded, or that lost his persistence in a bet. So you now have persistence.
Oh, tight.
Dude, you can
For
persist now.
That's an advantage against lethargy.
That's good. I like
for
persistence.
Charlie
Lethargy.
can't get points of exhaustion, maybe? Is that what that means?
Persistence.
God damn it.
Means you get one extra
no,
death
for 12 weeks you have persistence.
I don't know what that means.
You
it
have
means
an-
after 12 weeks,
It means you
would
have
evaporate from
advantage
the
on
world.
death
Oh my
saving
God.
throws.
Means,
Oh,
I could
nice.
definitely use that.
It means he doesn't take no for an answer sometimes, and it's disturbing.
12 weeks.
For 12 weeks. If only we kept track of time.
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long has it been since we started?
Like a month,
8
maybe.
minutes.
Since you started what?
We've had a whole season.
Since
it went
they
from
found me in that
summer
cave.
It wasn't
To
the
Am I
saddest
107 yet?
Oh, I'll have to refer to my notes.
Well, you were in that cave a really long time.
Also, time has been, you know,
We
kind of milky. Sometimes
Maybe we
sped
got
up,
younger.
sometimes slowed down.
Yeah.
In the
maybe
Feywild.
we are younger.
You guys live outside the normal time of the land that
Okay.
you live in based on the
I
adventures you
am for real going to the boat to check out the islands. Does anybody
Doesn't
want
help
to
that we
come?
constantly like
I mean, I'm
cross
outside
barriers
fucking
between
around on the
Yeah,
worlds.
you're
red
fucking
carpet.
floating around.
Doesn't help that we
You're
like
checking out
constantly
the
cross barriers
Venus
between
Islands.
worlds.
I'm
Fairly
checking out the
frequently,
penis
like,
islands and the
zap
horn
into
and
other
stuff. I want to go out in the water.
Banana, why are you on the boat? We can just hop on the magic carpet.
Another dimension.
Alright,
another
come over here and
dimension,
get me, bitch.
Another dimension. Another dimension.
Alright, we're on the magic carpet.
Alright, you guys are on the magic carpet flying out the eye and
Yeah.
to go see the
We're-
islands.
I'm gonna look down at that one. Anything cool?
Yeah, there is some really black looking fern-like structure with like little red
Ooh, yeah.
spikes on it.
Fern-like
Remember
structure.
that
Is it
was
a
mentioned
plant?
before. It's
As
plants
far as
like.
you can tell.
Alright, cool.
Fern-like.
I'm gonna not get on the ground, but I want to bend down off the carpet and pull one out of the ground.
Okay.
What?
As you pull up out of the ground, the red spikes kind of shoot into your hand.
Yeah, I
Take,
thought I might do that. I'm glad you did it first.
Spicy.
Yeah, I thought I might do that. You're supposed to be charismatic.
You take
When I watch,
9 piercing
when I
damage.
watch the day, I
as
don't
you
really have to
pull,
be it all the time.
A piece of the root comes out, latches around your arm,
Grass sword.
tightening.
For real.
As you feel the red
Yeah,
spikes, you
that's
feel the black kind of slimy fern
Yeah, you're
feeling
alright.
thing, squeezing onto your arm, and the needles, the red needles, piercing into your
Yeah, you
scales.
need some help.
Grip tighter, man. You gotta grip that nettle. You know?
Yeah,
Double
I
down.
am just gonna take my dagger with my other hand and cut it off.
Okay. Yeah, as you cut into it and start peeling it
Try.
away, it comes off your skin. It starts like kind of like squealing, like making weird noises. It goes into the like the bubbly. It goes into the bubbly part of the swamp and just.
As it's
That
going
was
away, I'm gonna
gross.
use vicious mockery on it and call it pathetic.
Okay.
You're pathetic. You suck.
As it's dripping into the depths of the black pit, you see 5 of the tendrils, like the red spikes sticking out, and 4 of them go down as it slowly sinks down into the mud.
Did it succeed or fail? It's roll.
Yes.
I mean, it takes psychic damage. I don't know.
Wait, what'd you roll?
For vicious mockery, it rolls. against-
Yeah, it's
Save.
I'm assuming
Well,
against
bitch.
a 16
You know what? I'm just
DC.
gonna say
I'll
that it
fuck with
succeeded.
you
It's a small
if you want
creature with
to.
almost no hit points.
Oh yeah, it takes 5 points of.
Mockery damage.
Yeah.
of
Can
psychic-
I roll this?
Ego
Can I,
damage.
5 points of psychic damage and has disadvantage on its next roll.
can I roll nature to see what the fuck that is?
As it's
As you roll.
It's a
Living asshole.
20.
Shoulder.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural
It
20.
is, yeah, well, it's an
Page 20
unnatural
seems to be
thing.
most
It is obviously
Unnatural.
a piece of the Feywild that seems to prey on
So it's just a
Sexy
bitch ass.
sadness,
dragon.
uncertainty,
Okay.
guilt.
So it's a bitch ass plant.
Bitch ass plant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, maybe don't touch things.
Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to see if there's anything cool, and it's fine.
What?
Look,
All right,
here.
can we fly over?
I mean, I just don't want you to get like. It's gonna be really weird if I have to go tell the rest of the Order of the Mask that I got you killed because you were touching things.
Yeah, that'll be suspicious as
All right, okay.
Yeah, Lila's dead.
Lila, I feel like if she was here, would say
Anything-
that's suspicious as fuck.
Anything cool over the penis island, or just more ferns?
I got to know you so quickly.
I can read people well.
You're doing what?
Anything
I can
cool?
read anything.
Yeah, anything cool over the dick island?
Nothing
just more.
notable. More of those asshole
Alright,
ferns.
what about this horn? We're flying around the horn now.
It is a beautiful horn. It is encrusted over time, but it seems to like kept its shape as it
Crusty
spirals
horn.
upward.
Go blow on this side.
Can I
Very
roll
horny.
nature on that bitch?
Sure can.
Whoa.
summons like
Only-
80 more flesh.
I got a 12. What'd you get?
It's not great. Yeah, I got 12 also.
Oh.
It's not bad.
With your powers combined, though.
You
Wait,
got
we're,
12.
we're assisting each other.
Yeah, they
Yeah, it looks like-
advantage.
It looks like a creature that one that roamed the land sort of around the same time as the dwarves in the UNT in history.
Okay.
It the horn itself is actually significant because it shows the shape of a sort of
Start
not
playing my
tomb,
horns.
but like I guess maybe a living tomb for a lich.
Ooh.
But it's much larger than any creature that's ever been held, that's been used to hold a lich in its power, and so it
Go
comes
fight
from a
lich.
time when a lot larger
Nope.
creatures roamed the land.
Where's Orla?
There's
That's what I'm saying.
I
Gunter!
mean, there are things, banana, there are things, I don't know if this is what this is, because I'm not sure if any of them had horns, but things called titans, and they're pretty fucking large.
Okay.
Give
I
it a
just kind of
purple
want to like
nurple.
see what's up. I
Wake
don't.
it up.
Well, we blew part of its face off. So.
And we're currently
Yeah.
in its face.
All right. Is there anything cool on the horn or anything? Like, or
No.
is it just?
It's just
kind
a
of-
Summon the
beautiful,
lich.
crusted over relic of a long bygone
This-
era.
Can I blow into this end? Is it hollow?
No.
How does the magic
Can I hollow it out and then
Does
blow
the
it?
magic carpet,
We're gonna spend 48 hours
does
here.
the magic carpet
Yeah.
just kind of
It's
sit
gonna take
where I want it to
you
take me? Is
Few
that
years.
Onward.
12 weeks.
Yes.
17 straight hours to carve it out, or divide it over time.
Y'all want to carve out this horn?
You're inside.
Y'all want to carve out this horn?
What
One
horn?
I can read anything.
Yeah, I can read anything.
I can read Jaw's mind,
That's who's on first.
and I see an image
You're-
of a giant lich skull.
Is there
Legitimately,
anything?
if you're reading my mind right now, I'm trying to figure out if I can talk to
like
the,
a chair.
I can talk to the
What chair?
to
This
the
chair?
magic
Nope.
carpet.
The big old chair.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I think that's where I got the baby.
Oh,
What was it?
I am holding the baby
you're
right
holding
now.
it.
What the
I
fuck?
I picked up the gorilla. And
So it's
I'm
sitting on the magic carpet with you?
Yeah, I've
There's
been.
no way you're doing all this plucking and touching while
I'm
holding
not
a giant
touching
gorilla baby.
anything.
Only things
Anymore.
that hurt.
Ever
If I
again.
played some, I'm gonna play some music around that gorilla and see if he like chills out a little bit. This is something your
I
dad
think he's
doesn't
pretty
watch.
chill. I'm
I
just
think
holding
it's a bad
him.
idea
I don't
for
know,
you to
Just
play
stop,
music
you
around things.
creepy
Let's
gorilla.
just play music to the
Yeah, can
gorilla.
I
We're
roll
like
over?
a
Are
pit
you
of
gonna like
lava.
sing and play?
As long as
Yeah.
you're doing
And
that.
then talking to him in the sing
Yeah,
song
I'm
manner
gonna,
that his father does?
I'm gonna
As
talk to him in rhymes that sometimes don't make sense.
Full on slant
Oh,
rhymes.
and you
Well, it's a
roll.
12 because I rolled a 1. But yeah, quick, grab him. He's gonna run away.
I'm still holding him.
Grab him in a leash.
Well, your 12 and his 12, it seemed to have no effect on him.
Okay.
That's
He's
good.
a dumb gorilla.
All right.
He just seems a little, he seems to you a little overwhelmed by
Is
everything that just
Can't
happened.
imagine why.
Can I roll like insight on the
He did die, and then you
and
come.
see,
Like,
like,
I don't know
just
how long
talked
he's
to
been
him.
dead,
You got
and I don't know if
just
he's
kneaded back
technically alive.
together real
does
quick.
he?
Well, he
He's a
didn't
creature,
die.
so
He didn't
Yeah,
die
speaks
when
with
we
animals.
killed the
Alright.
hag.
Yeah, but he
we
would
killed
try.
the
Sure,
shit out
yeah.
of the hag.
I'll do speak with animals. The gorilla.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
I mean, it's a good thing that it was like an actual creature, not like a
What the
construct.
fuck is speak with
'Cause
animals?
that would have been
Anyway.
awkward if we killed her and
it
then
just
just.
melted.
Do you
Yeah.
speak with animals in here?
Harambe would not
I
be
do
happy about his baby sludge.
But the one that's asleep over there. Does.
No. I have it. I have the
I'm searching
spell.
the hag.
I just mean
Not
like I just
sleeping.
want to see like what's up.
Not
with it.
sleeping.
I'm just resting my eyes and snoring.
You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The duration
Dr. Doolittle.
being 10 minutes.
You
Are you talking about me and my?
find
For what? For the.
Alright, so I'm gonna talk to the gorilla and be like, hey, do you know who your dad is?
Come with the children,
and he's kind of like
I'll take you away.
Okay, I'd be like, we
No, I am not the hocus pocus
came.
expert, but
Your
I'm
dad
glad
sent us
you're
here to get you.
Let me chime in after my little nap.
You want to say
I'm
anything?
confused as to why the gorilla speaks gorilla but not common when his dad speaks common.
Right?
Seems weird to raise your
Oh,
kid and
probably
not
didn't
speak
speak
the
his
language you do.
I'm legit obsessed with Sarah Jessica Parker.
Go ahead and do an insight check.
I wanted to be
Ask her.
her.
She's what does she do? She claps all stupid and says things.
That's
It's
it.
just so dumb.
ET.
So dumb.
Nice.
And then there's a gross one, and
He's
then there's a
doing
brain
these
one.
sort of symbols with his hands. Looks like he's asking you for like a small container with a small opening on it.
Sign language.
Winifred.
It's like Bobo or whatever the thing that Robin
Yes.
Williams talked to.
Do you think he...
That was Jumanji and that was a
Can
child.
we fly the
That
magic
was my first
carpet?
stuffed animal.
Can we fly the magic carpet back
To
in here?
me.
Yes.
To me.
Sure.
Alright guys, I'm talking to the gorilla right now.
Yep. And
He wants like a small box.
Hang on, how are you talking to us?
Because I'm yelling because we flew the magic carpet back in here.
Okay.
So what is he telling you?
So I have one empty stoppered bottle.
I know
Yeah,
what he wants,
try it.
but what did he say?
If you need something
Does
to
he
pee
want
in,
the one with us in it?
What did he fucking say?
He didn't say anything.
He's miming.
He's
His
miming weird
face.
shit. He said he knows who his dad is. I
He's
told
a
him that
banana.
we're sent by his dad.
What's his voice like?
I think is what I just
Yeah, I
heard.
think it's just baby gorilla shit. I don't know, just imagine it.
Just imagine it.
I'm imagining Elvis,
Oh.
Play all those
but more medieval.
You want things in a box?
You, from what you could tell from your insight check, he wants a empty
Hamburger.
container with a small opening in it.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Give him
he's
that
gotta
bottle.
pee.
Yeah, I'm giving him the empty stopper bottle that I have.
He takes out plucks out a piece of hair and ties it around one side, brings it over the top, ties it around the other side,
What in
and
That's
Oh, fuck no.
shit.
Yeah, dude, get some, Jake. That's above table.
Oh, you've come to rescue me and take me to my dad.
Dude just asked me to
I'm
play
very
instruments.
glad.
Okay, so he's just making a shitty ass canto or something.
I pointed to
I
my
don't like how you talk about my instrument.
Oh,
My
sorry.
dad probably doesn't like you either for it.
I pointed to all the instruments that are all over me. I was
Okay,
like, "Could
you know
just
what?
ask for any one of these.
I'm
You just pointed."
Punts a gorilla.
I'm trying
I
to
haven't
save you.
learned how to
Yeah, it's
play
for the
any
one-
advanced
wrong one.
instruments yet, but maybe in the future
All right,
I will.
yeah, it's
If
more
I'm gonna
complicated.
cut.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Alright, do you want me to take you back to your dad?
Please take me back to my dad. I feel like I died, but here I am, I guess, alive.
Are you evil?
Do you feel weird?
What is evil? I don't understand.
Yeah,
Can you
philosophically,
explain
it's
that to
probably
me?
above
Can
your
you
head.
please expand?
I say, you
That's
guys,
weird.
can we just take him back to Harambe? Can we just
Gag him.
Let's all like why don't you
You
guys?
just take the instrument.
Why
away
don't
from me.
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
guys
take
hop
my
on
bottle
the-
back.
How do you-
hop on the?
Alright, we're still on the carpet with him. We're just
Alright, how about
inside.
you guys hop on the carpet with him and get the fuck out and let's head back to.
Hold on, I want to search the hag first.
Her body.
The body.
So on her body you found
Give me them toes.
random pieces of bone and skull. In her hair you found you found probably about 16 gold
Son of a bitch.
sort of hair clamps.
Okay.
Hair clips.
Not hair
They
clips,
go around
but
like
sort of
dreads or
yeah.
like braids.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a bunch of them.
whatever you would call those. What are they called?
Okay.
What are they
Hair
called,
clamps
Delilah?
is fine, yeah.
Hair clamps.
Is that what they're called?
Sure.
Hair clamps?
I know what
Cuffs,
it
hair
They're
cuffs.
cuffs.
Cuffs,
They're
there
hair
you go.
cuffs.
Yeah.
You're right.
About 16 golden cups of various sizes.
Fucking words.
is. Nothing in the pockets.
Want very badly, but you probably
She didn't
want
have
yourself.
pockets.
But I have this bag of
She
jewels.
was wearing a necklace and had a
Bargain
bunch of
order.
stuff dangling off her, but all that.
But
those are
somebody
all of them.
stole
You
them.
also,
No, they're
you also
mine. They're in my
found
hands.
on the ground her
and I'm
two
faster
golden.
than all of you, except for you.
Oh, yeah.
Balder, dude, Balder,
Horns.
Balder.
Yes.
I'm gonna pass you my short sword.
Take her
Chop your
horns.
head off. Just bring it with.
Wait,
Don't
did
let your-
There's not a lot left. Like,
There is the black skull with the pentagram
Yeah,
engraved
we're-
on it.
oh, that I smashed right out. Yep.
Yeah, bring that with.
Did you
Show
take
them
her
around.
horns?
They'll be happy.
Black skull.
Do we want him to be happy? Because then all his pools will dry up.
Do we want anyone to be happy, really?
We don't care if he's
If we
pulls
don't,
right
if we're
up.
worried about him being happy, we shouldn't
We
blame
don't-
his fucking kid. But
we
he
don't
asked for
care-
his kid, and he needed to cry.
Yeah, if
but
you
he
really
wasn't
want to be
sad enough
happy,
that his
you'd
kid
be
was
glad
missing.
that his kid was gone.
I don't think they experience emotions the way we do.
Fatherhood is a lot of pressure on
I don't think they care what the emotion is. They're like, yeah, emotions.
I wouldn't read too much into this. We're on the Feywild.
Inspiration.
I already had it, but thank you.
Oh. We didn't even use it.
Okay. Alright, we're on the magic carpet. Let's get out of here.
Should
Just
we take a
walking.
nap first?
Oh yeah, I can do that. You want to do that?
You want to do that in here?
We
these
should.
bad boys?
Yeah,
Hey,
they're fun.
They're
You can command them to stand guard. And
Yeah.
We're safe. We're safe in here. Well, we're safe anyways because I can cast Tiny Hut. It doesn't matter.
tiny nut.
Excuse me, what?
Now dig this. All right,
Right.
get in the middle. Kick the cauldron out of the way.
Oh yeah, let's get
Oh,
that
let's
out of
back
here.
that fucking thing. Oh,
That
dude,
pool of
let's fucking-
acid.
Yeah, let's take a nap in the acid. Why don't we go in her room?
Are you casting it?
No, there's not enough space in the room.
You know we could just like
Chill
go
in
outside.
the acid
and
then,
find
alright.
a place.
Outside is the fucking swamp where all the dead shit is.
The acid is actually seeped into the bone beneath in the dirt, and it's nullified. And the
Yeah, we're
water is
good.
back.
All right, that's fine.
Wait,
Chill.
a
Press
10 foot,
digitation. Press digitation. Press
a
digitation.
10-foot radius immobile dome of force springs into existence around and above you and
Bouncy
remains stationary for the
house.
duration. Whoa! Get these fuckers out of here! No,
Come on, man.
it won't work with them in it.
It will work.
It won't work.
Those are his children.
This is my flesh, my
can't believe it.
flesh
They
and
sleep outside.
But they love
That
me.
dog.
Let me
Keep
finish
making
reading
them
the
keep
spell.
guard. They're fucking gross.
Your little flesh
I can't
babies.
sleep with one of those, even knowing it's outside of this
It
thing is gonna
smells.
be
Oh,
tough.
Thank you. I was looking for
Above
that.
you and remain stationary for the duration. Spell ends if you leave this area. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller fit inside the dome with you. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome when you cast the spell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark.
Portable yurt.
The dome is opaque from the outside in
Chill.
any color you choose, but is transparent from the inside so we can see what's outside.
Alright, what color are we gonna make it?
I don't care.
Banana, you choose. Quick.
Orange!
Yarr!
Oh, I wanted it to be yellow.
Too late.
Malarkey.
You got flesh babies.
I feel like there's a compromise somewhere. Sorry.
Green.
Light orange.
So, all right, there you go, guys. You're welcome. Black. We're in a very comfortable dome.
Oh, this is very nice.
You're welcome.
Oh wow.
I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah. I need to
Yo,
rest
why is
for
this-
sure.
She's actually right here.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
Gross.
Over there dead.
Yeah, her dead parts are still found and everything.
We
Her
can
dead
throw it out.
parts?
We can
Just the
throw 'em
dead
out.
ones.
Objects can be.
Yeah, have
Toss
your
that.
Alright, I'm gonna push the dead.
Bye, dead
Get
hag
outta here.
bones.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Stuff.
You smell bad.
Alright, Baldric, yeah, as you gather up like pieces of purple and red flesh, like the
Ewy.
stench and the like fresh blood.
I'm
pouring out of her
prestidigitizing
bones.
everything in
Thank
this
you.
dome so it smells better.
What
As you-
should we use? Prestidigitize.
Prestidigitation.
Wonder Twin powers.
As you throw it out, it just kind of like slaps onto the bookshelf. Some of it slaps
Ew.
onto the table.
What does it sound like
Um,
though?
Like a wet towel smacking against a dry wall.
Exactly, yeah, like
I
that.
needed it. I needed to know.
Yeah.
All these pieces of flesh just kind of.
It's like a
Ew,
pool noodle
but
smashed
like-
in the water.
Thwack.
Getting real
A hollow thwack. Grody.
Can someone help me out? I got.
Prestidigitation.
Thanks.
Prestidigitation.
Lavender.
Oh, that's really well. Oh, that's way better.
Yeah.
I am not gonna be able to sleep unless we make it not smell like shit in here. And since the air outside is getting in and we're okay, we're gonna make it smell better in here. Spring breeze. We'll make it smell like spring breeze. Your favorite air freshener smell. Or
Laundry detergent.
laundry detergent.
I don't like
do all
smelling.
that.
That,
all I
dude.
need
Like, it
is
smells
all I
like
need is
river
Something
water.
double
Mountain
to make
breeze.
the clothes smell better.
to make all my hit points go.
Yeah,
We're gonna
long
sleep
rest
so
and you
we
get
go
all
back.
your shit back.
This is up for 8 hours, so we're good. No need to have anyone watch us. We're fine unless someone comes by and spells this shit.
We
Your
do
children-
have
The
to
second
push
it
on.
is
Children
8
are
hours
always
though,
so
Flash
we're naked.
babies.
Anyways,
Watch.
I made it smell
Malarkey.
better. I cleaned myself up. I'm going to bed.
Malarkey,
The,
would
the,
you
the
mind
boys are gonna
Yeah, me
stand
too.
guard.
telling the boys to stand
You're
guard,
telling him to
please?
stand
I'm
guard?
telling them to stand guard.
Can you
Alright.
do
Don't
the,
let
do the
anything
abysmal?
in or out.
I like when you talk in
Or
abysmal.
They see their fleshy bodies like approaching the essentially magical yurt that you're in right now.
Ugh.
They turn their backs and you see like the blood dripping down their spines of their backs as
That's
they're like
Slightly
as they're
unsettling.
facing towards the gaping or what used to be the gaping hole where the mouth is, and then they both look up towards the eye holes and then stay there stationary.
What? Weird.
Good boys.
I wish I had the option to make it opaque on the inside too.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep
Instead,
facing
yeah,
that
I'm
direction.
just facing that way. I was facing that way, and I think I'm probably gonna wrap like a scarf around my eyes, just as like a sleeping cowl.
I
just-
do not want to look at this.
And I make it dark in here, so
Yeah.
unfortunately,
I'm
I've got
gonna.
dark
What
vision.
about casting prestidigitation as an illusionary image? Can I?
Yeah,
Could
make
you
it like
just
a
make it
beach.
like a meadow or
You
like
can
a
make him look
fucking?
like a butler.
Yeah,
Just like or the wall of the
between the two of
yurt.
us, yeah, between the two of us, we could just like make murals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Murals. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do mine of Bart Simpson dunking on Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow. Well, I'm
That's
definitely.
really strange.
What
Uh,
about future shot?
Why is that,
That
person
poster
yellow?
right there is great.
It's a weird story here right now.
Why is that giant?
The giant yellow thing is honestly more frightening.
Why
than
is that giant?
Yeah, yeah, weird thing.
All these questions and more answered.
I think what Banana wanted a fucking ocean.
Yeah,
I've seen plenty of ocean. I can draw plenty of inspiration for the most beautiful ocean you've ever fucking seen.
I'll do like
On
a,
our side. of
I'm
the
down.
yard.
On my
I don't
side-
want to look at fucking Bart
No,
Simpson.
no.
I
On
am
my
down
side,
for, like,
honest
a
answer. I'll do like a
beach.
still
Hey,
life of a bar.
I will.
Oh yeah,
Think about
that's
what
where I'm
that
gonna
looks
sleep.
like.
Still
I'm
life
gonna
of
make
a
it
bar.
smell
Like
like
a
Bar
fucking
side.
coconuts.
I've slept in
And,
many
oh
of
my
those.
God.
and the mural,
Yes.
I'm gonna be
Pineapple
playing
Sweet
music in the background so I can
dreams,
watch
yeah.
myself. I can
Let's
look
drink
at
some
me.
coladas.
It'd be nice.
Go
Who
night
has,
night.
who has the bag of holding?
She does.
Give.
Alright, so is everyone just
You do?
going to bed?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yes, please. For real. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait for it.
I'm so tired. It's not.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, my
Here, it's so cute. I'm only showing it to Jim.
I'm watching right
Just like sitting up straight, just
now. Your eyes are like that.
You're so cute, Sam.
And we're all like laughing, like dying. Oh god. Sam.
I'm trying so hard. I didn't
That's
sleep
alright.
at all last night, so.
Alright, go on with that with you.
But I'm
We're all
not.
going to sleep in game.
Yo,
just
power
stay in
up.
Character. Yeah, get some sugar in you.
Level up, one
Oh
up.
god, he's
Tanuki
playing
Mario
chill
time.
music and it's gonna make it worse.
What? Sugar? Gonna make it worse?
Without having a sense of time or any sort of
Oh,
sense of
son of
reality, knowing that you're exhausted, you all lay down, perhaps wondering how long you've been here and how time really
Oh,
passes
did I
in this
get here?
place.
We
The
should've
moon has
set alarm
moved from the right
fucking
eye hole
alarm.
to the left as you guys drift off to sleep.
We're fucking in coconut land.
All of the
man.
fires,
We're
all of the fires inside, the various colors that have been put out by Jaws prestidigitation. The moonlight creeps in from the yurt.
How many
shining on
hours
the-
in are we?
No one knows.
Unknown.
Where it
Time's
stops, nobody
passage
knows.
is estranged.
Probably about like
Like long rest
probably
style.
about
How much
18 phases
percentage?
of the moon that has been moving back and
God.
forth.
18 phases?
Okay, Can we hit a long rest? Is the question.
We've probably hit 10. It sounds like.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, as the light gleams
good
off.
The
As the
time
light,
only lasts 8 hours. So.
as the light gleams off the muscles and bones and the sinewy like piecings together of flesh on the golems before you
not
drift
looking
off
that
to
way.
sleep, and
Yeah, I'm looking at.
We'll be awoken by the stench of our bodyguards.
you awake fully rested in a dark room. The moonlight has shifted from the left eye back to the right.
Wow, surprising.
And
Fucking shifty moon.
Shifty ass moon.
you wake to a room that seems to have left itself in the same manner that you guys left it, untouched.
Well, that's good.
The same amount of darkness,
Because you love you.
the same feel, the same smells. Your
Not
tiny
great
hut
smells.
starts to disappear.
Flesh and coconuts.
And the room around you is
and
darker than
remnants
it
of
was when you
lavender.
entered before, still scattered with
My favorite scent.
the small pieces of remnants of battle that you left behind, broken glass and bottles everywhere, flesh, little tiny pieces of,
Hag jowls.
heg jowls, and also,
Is anybody else hungry?
as John, as you look down to your right, you
I
can
think
see
I have
like
some dragon live.
a head that's probably the size of half a thimble, just a small blue head with teeny little eyes and blue ears, dead. You recognize the quickling face as it just like is sunk sort of slightly deeper into the dirt as
Yeah.
gravity's taking its toll.
I'm gonna reach down there and pinch its head until it pops.
Oh my
I mean,
Okay,
they stand to
Malarkey.
absolute shit.
Wait, what is your alignment?
I was
Just
about to
curious.
ask that.
Maybe you'll figure it out eventually.
You go to pinch its head till it pops, and you just squeeze it, mushes flesh in between your fingers, and then underneath, like, if you scrape away the flesh, you see this teeny little skull that you don't really have the power to crush between your fingers.
That's fair. I've got a little strength. I'll flick it away, prestidigitation of my fingers.
Yeah,
can't eat
yeah, touch me about.
You can keep
miniature
the skull.
skull.
That's
Like,
right.
what
I'll
the
keep
fuck?
a miniature
Yeah,
skull for
that's
sure.
going in my pocket.
I'm not gonna keep it. Listen, it doesn't matter. That thing's kind of freaked me out.
Go ahead and roll
So I
investigation
kill
to see
them.
if you
You're in
find
the
it
wrong
after you
business.
flicked it away. DC 12.
Yeah, I didn't
It's really
find
tiny.
it.
Yeah.
Can I find it?
Are you guys looking for the?
I want it.
Yeah,
I want a ring.
Were you guys? Why were you guys paying attention?
Banana-
I got a 12.
Make me a ring.
Yeah, that's well.
It's kind of weird.
I go for the defender.
But
Yep.
do I add anything to it?
It's kind of weird that you were watching.
I don't know.
Is
What
it
do you-
investigation?
kinda weird.
No one
Yeah.
says anything. Just mouths open.
I mean,
like,
as soon as you decided to try and squish that thing's head, then we were
Pretty
all
sure we would notice if you were just squeezing dead bodies.
These are very
I don't know,
small dead
between your
bodies.
fingers.
Stab the shit out
I
of
mean,
me.
those things were dicks. I don't blame them.
Stab the shit out of
That's
you?
why we were
Yeah.
watching.
I mean, not
I mean, if you
literally.
guys want to spend a few phases of the moon looking around for it, I could say you
No.
can actually find
No.
I
it.
mean, that's what, like 30
Oh,
minutes?
yeah.
Who's to say?
Who's to
Who's
say?
to say?
All we know is
In
that
what-
Baldrick's time is
I
running
saw
out.
where I flicked it.
He's not going to be persistent anymore.
Yes,
after
I
that,
rolled
whatever that
13.
means.
No,
we're-
perception.
Oh!
I rolled 13. So there. I'll pick your up little tiny fucking skull that I couldn't crush with a little fucking string. And I give it to you. There.
Alright, cool.
There you go.
I'm
baby.
That's
gonna
neat.
keep it. I'm gonna throw it in my
You can
bag.
make
I'm
it
gonna
into dice or
exude
something.
jealousy, but like I'm happy bananas.
Somebody's got the time.
What's it called? A quickling skull.
Quickling skull.
You should eat it.
I honestly, I don't know that it would be bad.
Don't eat it, it's
probably wouldn't be
decorative.
good to
It's
eat
like a
it.
meatball.
No one's going to
It's a
see
necklace.
it.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's
take
a
little
fucking
Harambe
necklace.
Jr.
Wait, what
hello.
are we wasting our time here for? We should go.
We
Yeah.
should probably go.
So
We have like a gorilla and its dad is waiting for like
we
17
had to
goddamn
follow
moon
the
cycles
moon.
now.
we had to follow the moon east to get here. To go
No, north-south.
We went
We had
right.
yeah, but
We have
yes,
to
We
go
went to the
south
right. Which
Yeah,
would
so
be
now we have
which
to
is-
go north-south.
And left.
yes. But to get
What
here,
about
we
idea?
went right, which is east. We had to
Izquierda.
follow the moon while it was going
Idea.
east.
Wait,
And to
Since
get out, so we
when
might
is
have to follow
right
the moon
from
going
north,
west.
south, east?
Oh, good
Seven.
call.
Clearly, it's east, west.
That's also kind of logical, which might not make sense.
Except, yeah, but that's only logical under the notion of North-south means follow the moon
Listen,
east.
maybe we'll just find some frog people who can lead us.
What about
Let's just get moving.
Here's
Alright.
the thing, we hop,
I'm-
on, we
I'm
hop
in.
on the magic carpet.
Harambe knows the way.
Alright, we came from
He's
over
he's
here,
an infant.
so let's go
Yeah.
that way to
He
start.
knows the way.
And can apparently play a banjo.
Whoa, we're
Yeah,
not
you can
bringing
have
the
your-
dead things
you
with
can
us.
have
We're
your
not
back.
bringing the dead things with us.
What about your babies?
You lead us home?
I can lead you back to my dad.
Do we trust him?
Okay.
As long as you tell me that you made him sad.
Oh,
Yeah, I
baby,
made, I made him
sad.
cry. I made him cry.
Pools of joy.
Thank you so much. I am so glad that you made
It's
my
weird that
dad
you want to go
sad.
back home, but you would only tell us how to get home if we made your dad cry. Just throwing it out there. Let's go.
This place is pretty
Nothing
weird.
I say has consistency, so please don't worry about me.
Fair.
That's chill. Do you want me to carry you?
That's someone I can trust to lead me home.
No, I'll sit comfortably on your back or your shoulders if you
Okay,
prefer
I
that.
meant.
Definitely
wanna
not
be
his
on my
shoulders.
What do we
That's
call you?
like
Diddy?
one false slip from snapping her
What
neck.
do we call you? What do we call you?
Diddy.
Diddy Kong.
Diddy. I love it.
Diddy Kong.
My surname is Harambe, named after my dad. I'll take his kingdom someday.
Diddy Kong Harambe.
Yeah, but what's your forename?
We don't tell that to anyone unless we want them to have control of us.
Okay, wait.
Let's go.
What was
Okay.
his name again?
Diddy Kong.
His name is
Diddy Tom?
Harambe.
Diddy
Harambe.
Tom.
Harambe.
Something
Junior.
Harambe. Junior
Harambe
Harambe.
was all he gave you.
Because otherwise we could control.
Alright, so you guys, do
Well,
all of you
that
fit
makes
on the
sense.
carpet?
No.
No.
We're about 400 pounds over.
No, yeah, we can't all be on the carpet.
Yeah.
So some of you are on the carpet?
I'm on the carpet.
I'll be on the carpet. I'm late.
Alright. Probably Baldrick's on the carpet. 'cause
Balder
Yeah,
probably
I'm
needs to be on the
slow.
carpet because he's slow. you know.
Probably am for sure walking.
You have
You're
40
fast.
movement speed.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
I
so
have-
running.
Fuck
And
all
can see
y'all.
a
You're lucky I
mile.
trained on all fours for like a winter.
horse girl.
I have very, like, normal movement speed.
Africa, I'm coming for you!
Oh my
What?
god. Oh
You'll have to
shit.
show them after.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys fly and walk along respectively. Harambe Jr. on your shoulders.
Well, if I'm sitting on the carpet, I'm gonna take this time to study those fire gems.
Alright.
Wish I was sitting on a carpet so I could go through
I'm
this
gonna take the
massive
time.
bag of holding, you
I'm gonna take the time
jerks.
to attune to the back
Why
of the
you hand
Nope.
it over?
Nope.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Me? Yes.
No.
It's super good.
Hell yeah.
You
It's
noticed so much.
Well, while sitting comfortably on the carpet,
I'm
I
just
noticed
gonna
at
bond
least
with Rob.
2 things.
Fuck all y'all.
6.
are you walking
It's
too?
good because my eyeball's in there.
I don't have. They didn't give me a choice. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm at the end of the totem pole.
Are you flying? It's important. Are you flying or walking?
Walking.
Son of a bitch! How much weight is on between Baldrick? I thought that's cap.
There's
what
only 4
do
of
you
them.
4 weigh?
Less than 800 pounds?
I'm 115.
It can only hold.
148.
We are
200.
960 total
Okay.
without the gorilla.
So with
No, that's not true. You look. You're 180. What? 180?
Okay,
There's
ready?
only 4 of
No,
five of them
it's,
on
you're
there.
talking about the 4 of us right now.
I know, but I'm
Not
just
total.
saying we're
I'm a
960
princess, of
total
course.
without the
114,
gorilla, so it's
150, that's
fine.
3.
We're fine.
4 to 5.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, this is
6.
under 800.
Here we go.
This is under 800 right here.
Ra is 220. Wyla is 91.
Violet could probably even hop up.
Malarkey is
So you
115.
flying?
Ja 148. Baldy is 200.
I'm gonna use one
And
of
I'm
my
186.
grappling arrows and swing, dangle from the carpet because I'm pissed at my partner.
Okay.
I didn't tell you to
I'm
get
gonna
off.
tie that onto myself, so she's just dangling off of me.
Are you just,
Okay.
are you just like holding on tight to the carpet so her weight dragging off the back end of the
No,
carpet?
I'm
before
holding
you
on
go
tight
off?
to you.
You might be flying off then because I have 8 strength.
I'm 90 fucking pounds.
Spinning off the back of a flying carpet.
That's not how it works.
Moving 30 feet every
Yeah, it
6
doesn't go very, it
seconds.
doesn't go that fast.
90
fair.
pounds is kind of a lot.
I'm pouty
to just be
dangling.
It's like a
dangling off
fancy
your body.
horse.
Whatever.
Just saying.
I can hold a kid.
Kids are like 50 pounds.
I'm a baby.
I don't think you need to be hanging off. I don't know who told you to get off. I think you decided to get off.
Yeah.
No.
Why are you blaming us for you not getting up the
I
carpet?
can't hear you over the whooshing of all the air between us.
I'm gonna use my
Why was
I'm
upset
gonna use
with us
my
for
plus
deciding
6
for her own
athletics to
decision
pull
to get
her
off the
up
carpet.
onto the carpet via the
They
rope
took
that she's
off
been
without me
dangling
and
with.
assumed that I would walk. Death
Strength
to
check.
my
Hey,
Hey, heads
household.
up! I'm
Athletics.
pulling up the rope that you're dangling with.
I'm being a pound.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's
I don't
a
wanna.
9.
I don't want to come up there. I got
A
a nat
9
one.
total.
She got a nat 1 on resistance.
I don't know what that. I'm counting. I want to stay down there.
You struggle while at the bottom, kind of like, you guys can leave me alone. Don't pull on this goddamn string. And you're just kind of like,
Starts cutting it. I'd rather die.
yeah, okay. Flip her up onto the carpet where
He is a
where
strong boy. He's
Banana
good.
is sitting at the front with Harambe Jr. on her back, and he's just sitting up there with his one string, like.
His
Do,
one
re,
jar.
mi,
Jar
fa,
of the hair.
sol,
I'm
la,
attuning to the Mac
ti,
Theremin, by the way.
do. What?
This is.
I'm attuning the Mac Themin.
How can you focus on tuning your instrument
Or
during
tuning.
this process?
Oh, you're attuning to it. While you attune,
So chill.
you ignore all this. With your high perception, you sit there looking at the gems, and you see
High perception.
within them this fire that burns. You think about where they came from underneath the nest of potential baby dragons. You sort of come to realize that there's somehow the magic within them is probably connected to the dragon or dragon eggs. So
Well, that's convenient.
Wait, don't we have the
Suck
dragon egg
my...
in the...
La la la
We have a
la la
shitload
la.
of dragon parts.
My dragon egg got stolen.
I actually am out of
Yes.
dragon parts. I ate 2 of them and gave one of them to Wedge.
Oh, never mind. We have a dragon egg.
We have the dragon egg. How do you know?
I mean, as a collective whole, we have a dragon egg. It's not mine. I have no ownership. of
Wyla
this
still has
everything.
her dragon
I
egg.
know,
could
dude. John Warwick
Try
has
and
mine.
find our other dragon egg.
He wanted
too.
to be a daddy.
Oh yeah, I'm having my golems just like follow us.
How fast are they?
what?
His
You
whole
go
life.
what?
The golems.
What about him?
Hey
They're
Rob,
gonna
you're
follow us.
comfortable with the,
Okay.
or the flesh golems
Yeah.
carrying you.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
I'm
they're
gonna have
real
one of them
slow.
have
They'd be like
Ra
way
on their
behind.
shoulders if she's comfortable with that.
So arriving at the bottom of the step.
Only if she's comfortable with that.
At least we asked. Can I press the digit? I'm so sleepy. Just
You're riding on the
fucking
shoulders
carry
of
me.
giants.
Sure.
Alright.
Love it.
You couldn't look scary.
You
right?
gotta take your skull
With
out.
you, yeah.
Yeah. I got my Minotaur skull just like
You're like adrenaline,
On my
like
jaw,
jumping
you
out, like
shoulders.
yes.
Oh my god.
Riding
So-
on the top of a flesh
I'm a
golem.
flesh golem, yeah.
Alright,
There's
so
your
flesh
flesh
golem
I,
next to you.
I
Such a
figured
good
out your
entrance.
tat.
I'm starting to have second thoughts about joining the team.
Who said you
worry.
could join the team?
Kung Fu Chaos.
Alright. Where are we
Things are
at?
usually way more
You guys
exciting.
are walking towards the base of the stairs with your flesh golem minotaur and your magic carpet floating through the air.
Maybe they'll eat the flesh.
You come upon a scene of animals just dining on fruit, dancing, laughing,
That's good. Last time they were
swimming
eating.
around,
Human flesh.
swimming around in their recent pools with the waterfalls flowing down. This sort of like ambient moonlight coming down and hitting the vines newly grown that are bearing fruit around the pillars. As you walk up the steps, it's
I'm gonna
just
put
like,
Harambe. Harambe's on my back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to be
You
in
should,
front.
you should lift them up like this.
He's very heavy.
You walk up the stairs and
The
it's like
juvenile gorilla.
it's like a full-on like dance party. I mean, like there's just like
Peeling
animals.
skin
Any
everywhere.
chance they ate
Ew,
healthy?
like little potatoes.
I think they only eat human people.
You
Yes,
hear
right.
like you
Thankfully,
see
none of us are
you see-
even part human.
King Harambe. Yeah.
Right, Rob?
Not even part.
What? Yeah, baby. No one gonna eat you
Maybe
tonight.
they'll
You're
eat
riding a
flesh
flesh golem. So,
Right.
ew. I wonder if they would eat the flesh.
That was my first thought too.
They're
So I
like
wonder if they'll order a flesh
hamburger
golem.
Parts of them
patties.
scan for
Leave
human.
the bones.
It's a ground beef, you guys. That's all it is.
Hamburger helper.
You have to assume it's all human. You don't know.
They might.
Yeah, hey, it's all
Alright,
pink
I
in
want to
the
go in
center, right?
first.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
in the
gonna
mix.
walk in.
Band
Yeah.
leads the way.
As
and
you
be
walk
like-
in, it's sort of this almost crowd, like mosh pit of animals as King Harambe
I'm
is
gonna
up
yell.
front with his
Yo, where's our
instruments.
fucking
Next to him is a giraffe and a
horned up
tiger.
tabaxi
and-
friend?
They're playing supporting instruments. You've got drums, you've got banjo. They're all kind of singing this wild.
I
like,
really hope the
jungle
giraffe is
tune.
playing the drums.
Oh my
like his
God,
head.
yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. Exactly.
All right, yeah. All right. All right. I'm gonna
Xylophone?
I'm gonna assume a pretty heroic dashing pose and start strumming on my shit too. I guess. Whatever.
I'm gonna walk up to. I'm gonna
Right.
scream.
As you
Harambe.
do, you start
I'm gonna
tapping your
wait.
foot, playing on your
You're gonna scream,
instrument.
not yell, just like.
You get mixed up. You run up.
Harambe.
So you're running. You're pushing your way through this
And
dance party.
screaming. Don't forget the screaming part.
Screaming Harambe.
Yeah.
Do I have his
Band leads
attention
the way,
yet?
screaming.
Do you,
Has he climbed
no.
the fuck out of his
You need to
hammock
make
yet?
all of you actually need to
Yeah.
make a.
Constitution save. They're gonna jump and chew on you. You're all.
Can't chew on me. I'm not human.
Might be a wisdom save.
You're probably.
Oh my
God.
god.
Oh, I'm good at wisdom saves.
Me too.
No,
I'm bad at wisdom,
It's a
though.
constitution
So you're
save.
sleeping.
That's what happens when you
Yikes.
be having
Alright, guys, 17.
exhaustion.
I'm gonna burn my
You
inspiration.
You at a disadvantage.
Me at a disadvantage. All right.
Wait, what about me? Can I roll at an advantage because I'm on a flesh golem?
Yikes.
Can I have my flesh?
Yeah,
bone
he's
roll?
assisting you.
Because, like.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that makes sense actually to the situation.
Oh, cool. That's much better. I like
Oh.
that much better.
Oh, I think I see what's happening here.
Shit. Wait. Did you give me additives?
What?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
15.
Constitution
Oh,
saving
okay. It's a
throw.
constant save. I didn't hear it. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, you got 14. I got
Oh,
10.
19.
Oh, you know what I usually do.
A
A
one?
nat one.
20.
I got
So this
17.
die is done.
14.
14.
There you go. You go in jail now.
I have an extra one.
Raw,
22.
22.
You want this one, honey?
No, I got another one.
Wait, what'd you get?
14.
Oh, 14. Okay. And you got 17?
Yeah.
You got 22? So everyone except you two, you kind of jumped down and joined in the mix playing your
Me?
instrument.
Everyone
you start
except
dancing
you two?
everyone except Banana and Raw.
God damn it.
Kind of joined in the mix, especially you, Baldric. You were just like full
Give
on,
no
just like
thanks.
losing yourself in the moment, like
Waving at
dancing,
everyone.
rubbing fur all around you, just like
It's a
you're
fucking
feeling it. You're in the ether of it. All of you
Yikes.
just started like dancing and grooving
Ethereal.
along. You even see
Drugs.
Pokey in the mix as he's kind of like just like backing it up.
Oh, licking
his,
it out
tail,
their gore.
his tail is kind of like whipping around behind
Can he be
him.
licking himself at the same time?
Sure. You find a hard time pushing your way to the front, but
I'm
as
still
you do,
screaming Harambe.
yeah, you're screaming around me, but I mean over this loud music that everyone's playing. You've got these sweaty animals kind of pushing all over you. You've got like water and
Oh,
like
come on. It's just like a mosh
skin,
pit.
scales, fur everywhere. Just
Sounds
pushing
just,
your way
just
through
like a
the room.
bloody
You're-
goblin.
You're
Just
standing on
bloody
the back of
metal
the
hair
flesh golem, like
slapping you in the
overlooking
face.
it, like holding this head. No one has even like taken a second look at you
What
as you
is
stand
wrong
on
with
these
these
two
people?
beastly like
I'm so sad about my
flesh golems
disappeared
bleeding,
Yeah, we
son.
should've worked
skulls
with the hack.
shimmering.
So we're not
Yeah.
Walk,
walking.
yeah, dude. I'm walking. You're walking in
So
on
we're
the
not
flesh
pressing in
golem.
forward? Are we pressing
Are
forward?
you pressing forward?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So
Yeah.
these golems are just
Maybe
kind
you'll
of
step
moving,
on some of those weirdos.
moving aside, pushing
not
forward
on
with
some
you
of
on their
us.
I'm
shoulders.
about to be like
As soon
a.
as they get over to where Malarkey is, they also start moving within the dance with you on their shoulders. So you're just kind of bobbing up and down with this fucking
The golems
Daddy.
are
Sitting
dancing.
on our
That's
head
Daddy,
as these
Daddy
flesh
dance
golems
with
are
you.
like in there, like doing their best to dance in their weird, awkward
Yo, Rock,
movement.
come over here with me.
Alright, I hop off and go
You
over to
slide down.
Ah, sweaty golems.
You make your way to the front, and you
Oh
see
no,
the
I like jump
you see the
like
band
last.
going crazy on their
Ooh,
jungle
feet.
beats.
Alright, I want to get
Oh, yeah,
Harambe.
I see
Is
it.
he up there?
Yeah, Harambe is up there,
Alright.
just not even paying attention, just
Okay, I'm gonna be like, yo, Harambe Jr., can you play a song, please? For your dad.
like. And Harambe Jr. steps down, pulls out his jar.
For real. His daddy, I'm finally home in one piece. Come down here and love me.
Please.
And that's his music is kind of pressing on the dancer and it's going on, just people are moving on and just like everything stops, like boom, boom, boom.
Harambe looks like angrily down at you and the baby. His eyes narrow. He sets down his instrument,
He wanted us to die.
and we end the session.
Oh, god damn it.
He wanted us to die, guys.
I was so
They ate
excited.
Orgy.
Sorry. Next time. Dude, it's almost 11:30.
Is it really?
Everything wants
Damn.
us to die.
Everything does want us to die.
And Sam's literally falling asleep.
Okay,
At the wheel.
that's okay.
I
I'm
took a
still
video
in
of her
it. I'm still
sleeping.
in
You're
it.
like, I actually just
Yeah, I'm
caught
still in
the
it.
quarter wind.
I caught a little extra there.
Put me back in, coach.
You're right. You got a little rest riding on the golems, dude.
Who wants to loan me some money?